UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. This is your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. Good afternoon, everybody. I am your werewolf. Today will not be your typical Wolf Commander Rambles, for I just have nothing to say for today. I'm exhausted of most topics thus far, but I assure you I will pick it back up on Thursday and the next week to come. But for now, we're just having a little chill stream where we can talk about all the topics that we want here, or we can talk about future topics for this series. As a matter of fact, I would like to hear anything you guys would like for me to talk about. Give me any. This will be a time for you guys to actually give me something to give me a specific topic that you want me to cover, and hopefully whatever you guys suggest, I can be able to cover it for next stream. In fact, as a matter of fact, this will be a good time to want to join me tonight to talk to the Wolf Commander. For anybody who's following me either on Facebook or Twitter, you can DM me, and I'll show you the link, and you can get on to talk. This can be a guest talk today as well. I would like to get to know a bit more of my flight squadron, and hopefully my wingman can be here so that we can also just they can just hop in and just talk to me. Now, this might be a short stream, but that doesn't denounce that you cannot take this opportunity to talk to me directly, and also share your thoughts on what topics that the Wolf Commander could talk about, be it art, be it anything that the social progressives are conjuring up. However, I will not talk about politics that much on this stream as well, but I'll talk about just about anything that you, or another thing, you can actually bit tell me about the other streams and ask me about things that you weren't able to ask me at the time of the streams, depending on the topic. Please note the topic too, and note the stream that you really want to you know get the question out, but you couldn't get at the time. Maybe because I cut it short at the end, or maybe because you just didn't thought about it at the time. But let me go ahead and address people right now with this long introduction. Schooner Tuna was first. Hello, Schooner Tuna. I hope you're still here. Brian Gil Martin, as always, he is the wingman that's here. Melissa wasn't able to stick around, but she wishes us a good happy holidays too. Happy holidays, Melissa, to you and your children. Okay. Exactly, Brian Martin. It's a Ask Me Anything stream. Or if you would like, you will want to be a first guest to the Wolf Commander. Owen doesn't count. Owen's a wingman. He does not count. But today will probably be also a guest speak stream. So one of you guys would like to again DM me in either Facebook or also Twitter. Now I don't go by Wolf Tamia on Facebook. I go by my real name on Facebook, but if you look on the Professor Geeks if you look on the Professor Geeks Facebook group, you'll see that I shared this stream, and you'll know my real name. I'm not gonna say my real name on stream. Excuse me. Nose is acting up today. So I gotta say, guys, we've made it. We're in the last month of this year. We have all made it, and I'm proud of everybody who has made it. We got through this year, unscathed, and our mental faculties intact. I mean, we it's been quite a year, guys. This is the last month of this year, and we're gonna begin yet anew, and hopefully things will go back to normal next year. But I'm having my, I'm having some serious doubts about next year, but hopefully we'll come out okay. We're gonna come out okay, and we're gonna come out okay in the next year. I'm feeling optimistic about this. We've seen a lot of pratfalls and downfalls with the media, like we're witnessing the era where the end of an era, movies. You know, uh, oh, you already dropping me a question already. Anyways, um, y'all share this stream, guys, so we can get some more talkers. This is this is just a chill stream, and not too many people are watching right now. And this is of all streams, I don't usually expect too many people to come to my streams that much. I really don't. But this probably the first time I'm actually demanding that not demanding, but this is actually the this is actually the first stream I was expecting a lot of people to come because well, I guess it's Monday, so no, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Monday's where everybody should have gotten busy. Tuesday is like we're a little busy, but we're winding down now. We winding a little down. That's where Wednesday's where we really get busy, and Thursday, we wind down yet again, and we're still doing some stuff. But Friday is where we really get busy, and then Saturday and Sunday, that's where the real fun starts. But I'm like, Tuesdays is usually my stuff where I usually blow up, usually sometimes, but I get a little help. I'm getting a little all over the place here. So let me reconfigurate, if you will. But yeah, we're seeing what is called the downfall of the movie theater in our entertainment. We're seeing a bit of a somewhat highs and lows with our entertainment. We've Our gaming is still good, somewhat. I mean, it's still there. Our gaming wise, everybody is still caring about video games and their customer base, unlike some companies, which will not be named. Sony. Excuse me. Did y'all hear that? Wolf, did you whisper something? I did not whisper. I do not whisper. Whatever you say, Wolf. And my neighbors are busy doing stuff in the background, and that's a distracting thing, and they need to handle these with care because it sounds like they're tapping on our windows with whatever it is they're carrying. You're right, Ryan. It is called the Hollywood Apocalypse. I wouldn't go as far as call it the apocalypse yet. I'm sure there'll be a place for theater. It'll just The problem is that the theater is hungry for movies to be played, and so far in this year, the only thing we have is movies that you just want to sit down and let your brain take a moment for your brain to take in what the subject matter is. That's all we have right now. We don't have anything that's like entertaining, and no, like movies like docudramas and biography dramas and history dramas are fine. We want something that will let us turn. Well, I hate using that phrase. I don't like using that phrase. We just want to relax, not think so much. Just take in take in the excitement is what I'm saying. And we're so scarce of that of this year, even at the end of for instance, I'm telling you guys right now, this is the first year where I've not seen not one movie since the crisis started. I'm talking about right well into after March happened. This has been my movie drought. I've only watched movies on the streaming services and all that stuff, and I've only watched movies with everybody who's part of the Professor Greek Professor Greek cannot talk tonight. The Professor Geeks group. I've only watched movies with everybody else here in my own house on my couch, but not once have me and my wife have went out of our way to go watch a movie together. You know, and it's sad. It's saddening to say because that's usually where we like. Sometimes we are not always in our best of times in our relationship, and that's usually for a time for us to just go to the movie theater, watch a movie, relax, get away from the house for a while. And the only time we ever did do that is when we go out to eat. And eating going out to eat is fine, but you still want to just go out and just watch a movie, you know? And the last movies I've seen of this year was Bad Boys for Life, and because I'm sure that's not the last movie I saw of this year. I know I saw a movie after Bad Boys for Life, but I can't put my finger on it. And I'm pretty sure I was very satisfied with that movie when I went to see it. I was thankfully the last two movies I seen before the crisis hit wasn't terrible, especially in the January. I think know I seen something during April and May. No, not May. No, before March. February. I know I seen something in February. What came out in February? And hopefully I'll tell you whether I saw that or not. But I know in February that was like the last movie I saw before the crisis hit. And boy, was I devastated to know that my studio my theater was locking down too at my job. And I've only like since then I've only like worked maybe 5 or 6 times at that place. At if my memory serves, that's the only time that's the only time we've reopened for a while, and it was fine because we had some restrictions and some limitations, but I was happy to be working back at my theater for a while, and then we got locked down again. And as much as I was seeing that from my way, I'm like at some like excuse me, I just know they're gonna probably lock us down yet again. And I was really mentally trying to prepare myself for that, but when it came about, I was still devastated all the same, and it really twisted my heart a bit. Like when my boss had told us that we're locking down again, I was like, it's a matter of time, I suppose, but I'm still not liking this. That's only because you know I like doing this stuff with you guys, and I'm still going to continue to do Wolf Commander Rambles and the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron rewatches and we watches. But I still gotta get paid doing stuff. I gotta work. I want to work. I told my family this many times in our conversations. I'm like, I want to work. My mom told us, it's fine. Get used to it. It's a long vacation. Yeah, but here's the thing. It should not be a vacation. I should be taking a vacation of my own leisure on my own time by my right and by my terms, not somebody else's. This is a this is an imposed vacation on all of us who who are working people who are the working class. This is an imposed vacation on us that we did not choose. We choose to go on vacation if we want to, not them. You know, that's why I talk. My mom say things, and it really, when she say stuff like that, it it's not her fault. I don't get upset with her. I mostly get upset with the thought of it. Not really her, not really because she said it specifically, but I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the thought process that anybody could be thinking about if she said of what she said, and I'm like, that's what got me really on my skin. And it sounds like my voice is raising, but that's my of course that's my emotion coming out with a thought like that. I'm like, yeah, it's fine if we exactly, Brian. That's what it feels like. It's not. Let me highlight this comment real quick. Brian Gilmartin. It's not a vacation when they force it onto you. This is more like a low key house arrest. Exactly. Especially if you can't, like, how, like, what good here's another thing. What good of a thing is a vacation if you can't even go to any stores or restaurants when they're on lockdown? What good of it being a vacation if you can't even go to the movies and the movies are locked down and there's nothing to watch because the things that you're going to watch have been pushed back to another year, and you're still going to have to wait for those movies to come out? And our one of my wingman Ivan Mendoza is here too. I wonder if he wants to talk. Let me check the Twitter real quick. Let me see. Nobody so far. We'll see. Like I said, this would be a good time to contact me so that if you guys want to talk to the Wolf Commander directly, that'll be a good time. But yeah, I'm like this whole lockdown situation. I told my mom it's like that's. I told my mom I'm like that's not a vacation, especially if it's not my own choosing. That's not a vacation. If it's my own choosing, I'd be out there visiting you guys of my leisure. That's will be this is not a relaxing time for me if I'm not comfortable not getting paid as another thing. I don't want to get paid for not doing anything. I'm opposed to what their methods were for this whole crisis. I'm like, no, I need to work. I told my mom this. I need to work. I am a working man, you know. That's what men do. That's our purpose. We supposed to be doing productive things. And to take away from that is to take away our nature. Take away what makes us men and what also makes us human. If you take away that purpose, which is going going out and doing something for your life, even if you no matter how old you get, excuse me, no matter how old you get, you're still doing something with your life. I've seen elderly people who are at least 80 or set or 90 still doing stuff with their life, regardless of whether or not they're on retirement or they're you know they're doing stuff, and that's basically our mandate as a species. We're supposed to be out there doing stuff, but it is what it is. I guess that's what she told me. It is what it is. I'm like, yeah, well, I agree with you there. It is what it is, but still not liking it. Uh, well, I guess I'll stop to do your comments before I when we hit the 20-minute mark. That's when I'll stop and look at your comments real quick. Again, I'll keep checking periodically to see if you guys wanted to. But by the way, my Twitter contact. If you guys have me on Twitter, my Twitter contact is Dread Wolfclaw, and you'll know what my contact is because I have my YouTube screen name in parentheses next to it. So that's one way you'll find my Twitter content. If you were looking for me on Twitter, it's Dread Wolfclaw. If you want me to share the link to the stream so you guys can talk to me directly, which is interesting because I have expected Leia plus size to show up at any moment too. But other than that, like I said, it's a chill stream. And I'm surprised that we got 6 people. Who are these 6 people? Identify yourselves. Hey, it's Casey Scott. Listen at work. So you won't be able to talk to the Wolf Commander directly. You'll be talking like a madman at your job. Okay, we at the 20-minute mark. I might as well highlight your comments now. Anyways, let's start from the top. Now we're here. We got Dread 2012 Death. Would you like to come on and talk to the Wolf Commander directly, Dread 2012? I will share you the link either on Facebook. My real name is you just find me on the Professor Geek Facebook group, and you'll see me that I've shared the link to this stream. Oh, okay. And if you still want to find me a lot faster, if you have me on Twitter, I am Dread Wolfclaw with my screen name Wolf Tamia in parentheses next to my Twitter name. That's where you'll be able to find me and contact me directly so I can show you the stream link. And I'm going to read your comments real quick. So Schooner 20 begin with what stream what's tonight's stream. He says Brian Gilmartin says ask me anything type stream. But let's go with Brian's first comment here. He says, I was just watching about Locke and Celeste arc in Final Fantasy VI. What are your thoughts on the subject? That is a well-written love story, Brian. Though I've never played that game up to that point, I'm very well aware of that romance that build up in that game, and I like it. It was a really good it was a really good setup and payoff for that romance, especially when you know what kind of characters Locke and Celeste are. Locke, especially Celeste. Celeste has a rough with her art more so than Terra. Terra's fine if you like the character that's used to do terrible things against her will. You can make you can make any context you like for that subject matter. But Celeste has it rough. I say more so is because she worked for the people who did terrible things to Terra, and she was also responsible for a lot of things she did to Terra as well. She did terrible things to Terra, mind you, but Locke was the one that actually mellowed her out when she joined their group. I forgot how they did that. It's been a while because I'm pretty. I've seen a few videos and I know how Celeste ended up with the crew, but Locke was the one that really like balanced her out, and it was the whole one thing I love about romance. It was the one the type of romance I like is the opposites attract romance. So Locke and Celeste was like one of my favorite couples in that regard. But yeah, my opinion is that it was a really well written romantic story in the game. One of its kind too, like Guts and Casca, basically. Schooner Tuna celebrating that we made it. Yep, we made it. This is the last month of this year. We can finally get away from this catastrophe. Hopefully things will lighten up for once in 2021. Everybody's hoping that everything lighten up 2021, but we'll see. We shall see. Oh yeah, I already read that. Schooner Tuna again. Entertainment's fall will be our rise. If we keep the faith, chase the dream, be the dream, and never lose sight of what it means to tell a story, the people will find us. Exactly. And here's another thing, Schooner, and everybody else in the chat. If you don't think that your story is that good, Well, actually, no, no. That sounds a bit. That sounds a bit too disheartening. But I'm gonna say it anyways. And even if you like work. Here's the thing: work real hard with your story. Work real hard with the story. If you think that your story is not good, or at least if you have that if you have that itch in your neck that's telling you that maybe your story is not that good, you can now say, well, hey, at least it's not New Warriors, or hey, at least it's not Batman White Knight, or it's not it could be no worse than what Marvel has put out thus far. At least but no, don't go into that mindset, guys. Don't go into that mindset. Go into the mindset of, I want to write a good story, and I'm damn proud. I know I usually don't swear on these streams, but I'm gonna say right now, you should be going in the mindset with, I want to write a story, and I'm damn proud that I wrote that story and I got it out there. And whatever comes, whatever rewards that you reap, please be thankful for those rewards. Be appreciative of those rewards, because that is the rewards. If it comes, if that's the reward that's coming from a being from above, whatever religion that you worship, count your blessings, guys. Count your blessings when you finally succeed. And even if you, here's another thing, guys. I really encourage this. Even if you lose interest in writing your story, you will still have room to build interest for a new story that you want to write. You may not, maybe the new story will probably be your magnum opus this time. And when you finally get it out, you can actually have the funds to get back on the train of the old story. And maybe you can improve upon that story, or maybe rewrite that story to, to, to fit the new you along that journey of the new story that you did. There may have been some changes in your life and your thought process that can really benefit the old story that you gave up on, you know, and you can bring that back in. So think about like that too. Like always have that hope in your heart. Keep that hope alive. Keep that hope within your heart, and always look for a better way for yourself. Always strive to do better for yourself, and don't be in a ditch of despair, of loneliness, or any of that stuff, any of that depressing stuff that keeps you in a ditch. That's why I made that comment in Professor Geek's Advent stream, that live people choose to live in comfort in a pool of vice. And I meant what I said about that, because it's the vice that pulls you down and lulls you into a sense of comfortable and content. Whereas if outside that pool is a infinite number of possibilities of happiness out there. So that's why I made that comment. If you guys were there for that Sunday stream, yeah, that's what I meant. Like you don't want to be locked into vice that long. And truth be told, speaking of which, truth be told, you shouldn't partake in any kind of vice. I'm not talking about advice. I'm talking about vice. That's why it's called vice. Vice. Why do you think they named the tool the vice grip? And what's its purpose is used? Or why use that term? Oh, he held me like he had a hold on me like a vice grip. That's what vice does to you. It grips you and keeps you there. Brian Gil Martin. We also don't have we also don't want entertainers telling us what to think about what topics. Exactly. Which I'm gonna that's gonna be a subject, a topic for this Thursday stream. So be on the lookout of that. Schooner Tuner. I like this title. Crisis on Infinite Theaters. I'm going by your comments one by one. Scrolling down. Daniel Martin. Really, all I have been watching on DVD and Blu-ray sets I found online, those being Bowgun Crisis, Fist North Star, Kaku Ranger, and Old Ranger. Ooh, dude, you hit a gold mine. Uh, Tell me which bubblegum crisis are you watching? Either the original or Tokyo 2044. Yeah, 40, 2040. Yeah, 2040. Because Tokyo 2040, I've seen in its entirety. I could tell you that was a good reboot, if you will. Fist of North Star is definitely, you can never go wrong with Fist of North Star. All versions, I mean all versions, save for the live action. All versions, like new Fist of North Star, the new series that came after New Fist of the North Star, the original too. Specifically, the original definitely is one to check out. And I don't know which Power Rangers was Kaku Ranger used for, if it was used for any Power Rangers, but I know Old Ranger is Zeo. Yeah, Schooner Tuna is also sharing it. Okay, I'm caught up now. Casey Scott can't be worse than I'm not Starfire. Yeah. Oh, it's the OG one. Okay. All right. Nice. You got the old. Oh, Kaku Ranger was used for season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So the ninja powers and the Zords. And Arthur's joining us here, everybody. Welcome him. Welcome him. Uh, just let you know, Arthur's joining. This is not a topic stream. This is just a chill stream. So if you want to contact me directly to really talk to the Wolf Commander directly, you can find me either on Facebook with my real name. On a better way to contact me would be to look for me in the Professor Geek group, if you like, or you can find me on Twitter as Dreadwolfclaw with my YouTube screen name in parentheses next to it, and you can contact me directly, and I'll send you a link to talk to me directly to go into the stream if you would like. If you have a mic, I mean, if any of you guys, I'm guessing nobody. Two things are reason why you guys are not asking me. Either A, you don't have mic equipment, or B, you guys are probably a little bit nervous to speak to me because you probably don't want to hear the sound of your voice. But I will tell you guys, I will tell you, when I went to Ishi's stream and I talked to him about the demystifying the black man's burdens, I will admit, I even admit in that same stream as well that I was nervous myself when I first talked to him directly, him and Kat directly. But you can tell that if you watch that stream, you could tell that over time that my confidence was building. So, oh, that's okay, Johnny. I would say parlor, but I can't access my parlor right now. I have to go through the the security gymnastics to get back into my account on parlor. If you got me on, if you have parlor, I mean, or you could hmm, where else can you guys contact me? We'll probably do this another time when I have other options for you guys to contact me on. You know, so I'll guess we'll have to hold on to that for the rest of the stream. You guys just give me topics to talk about. Also, again, um, for those of you who have come in a bit late into this stream, jot down any topics that you guys want me to cover in the chat. So, because I'm starved for topics right now, I'm just like, at this point, I'm forcing myself to talk about things that I'm probably not really that I'm not really fully informed on, or ones that I am really informed on, or really really observed on. I'm really like, at this point, I'm really fishing for topics before I really get into the stuff that I really want to do, like the X-Men Evolution reviews, and I think I'm gonna cover. I'm probably gonna cover Primal, the Genndy Tartakovsky show that he's done that has already ended. Now I finished Primal, and so far Primal is the best animated series that I've watched of this year. The best. It keeps its momentum going. Yeah, Arthur Fisher, random questions always welcome. Dude, this is a chill stream. This is a chill. This is a chill stream. Ask, well, keep it clean, by the way. Keep it clean. Let's not get juvenile with the topics, guys. Be adults. Let me put that restriction right now. All right. Give me a before I continue talking, let me highlight. Let me do Neil Star's Productions intro. The brilliant star that shines through the night, the sonic boom that shakes the room. Rise, a man stands before you. I probably do some impressions here for fun. And any moment, I might stop. I won't stop the stream, but I'll be away from Mike for a while because my wife is doing laundry, and she'll once she arrives with laundry, I have to help her out with that real quick. But I will be back though, guys. I'm not saying I'm leaving right now, but I'm just giving you guys a fair warning. So let me scroll back up. Schooner Tuna, you guys are active now. I'm encouraged. I'm glad I'm encouraging you guys. Guys, come on. No matter what. It, like I said, this is a stream right now for you guys to ask questions on topics that you probably weren't afraid to even cover. Now's the time to get in, and I should be getting a paper and getting a paper ready too, so I can write this all down. I will be. Just give me a moment to. Well, no. Let me keep the momentum going. Let me read Schooner Tuna's comment because this is interesting. Fun fact: without the original Bubblegum Crisis, we would not have gotten Tenchi Muyo. Interesting. I did not know that. Casey Scott, Fist of North Star, the anime makes boys into men, puts hair on your chest. Exactly. Omoyamo Mushindu. I hope that the creative juices are flowing in your head, Neo Star. Yeah, random questions, but again, be an adult about it. That's what I'm saying, guys. Don't get juvenile. Y'all can ask me anything too directly, like if the question is direct at, and I'll choose whether I can answer that or not. But let me start with Neil Star's question. What sort of crossover would you like? Now that's an interesting topic, or at least an interesting question right there. Definitely crossover. Specifically, I want to see a crossover with Kenshiro and maybe not Saitama. That's too easy. But there was another anime character that I would love Kenshiro to party with. Maybe one of the characters from JoJo. I want to see a crossover of that, or a crossover with Kenshiro and who was another powerful martial artist that I would love to see going on adventures with. Specifically, if I want Kenshiro to be paired with somebody, it has to be something that's geared towards what his genre is. That's kind of like similar. That's what I'm saying. But so far, I want to see JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Fist of North Star clash. Because from the way I see it, when it comes to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, in a way, they tend to prevent an apocalypse event with whatever enemy that they come across. Like like the vampires, the pillar men, stand users, and whoever they're taking on later on in the manga. Half the time, it seems like these characters are verging on an apocalyptic event because of what the characters represent. And here's the thing: Dio is he don't seem like to be the apocalyptic sorts. But if I will say this, if Dio was left unchecked, the world would have been an apocalypse. Especially when you go into Phantom Blood arc. When you start with Phantom Blood arc, the way how he was going in that arc, it would have been an apocalypse because of all the vampires he was making, especially to much to his delight, and causing all kind of chaos. That would have been an apocalyptic event, especially the zombies, the vampires, the ghouls, what have you. So I would have loved to see Kenshiro and JoJo go on that kind of adventure, either Jonathan or Jotaro specifically. Another crossover would be maybe Dragon Ball and One Punch Man, or Mega Man and probably Mega Man and Digimon. I would, I would love to see that Mega Man and Digimon, maybe, or Mega Man and Pokemon. That would have been interesting. That would Mega Man, specifically Mega Man X and Pokemon. That would been quite interesting to see that world. How because imagine what the replets could do in the world of Pokemon. Imagine what the subject matter of Mega Man X mixed with the subject matter of Pokemon, and you have some interesting talking points. And I use the term in its correct term, not the way how the social progressives use talking points, or what they use for talking points. I'm talking about talking points specifically, wherever the thought process, wherever your thoughts go to when you think about Pokemon and not Digimon, but Pokemon and Mega Man. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, I would love to see a crossover of Pokemon and Digimon 2 as well. No, Neostar, I have not heard of Bravo Man, but it sounds familiar. Artificial Johnny, have played any tabletop RPGs like D&D or GURPS? No, I haven't. Sadly, my brain is not ready for stuff like that. My brain is not my brain is not good with math. Two, I don't think my brain is patient enough to really follow directions with the dungeon master. It maybe if I tried tabletop, I probably get used to it and get the hang of it. Cause I because I'm a very flexible and very adaptable person, but my whole deal is that I tend to be a bit hesitant towards stuff like that. But no, I've never played any tabletop games. I would love to, but for the reason I explained, you know. Sorry, I'm the chat kind of like screwed up. And my jaw is kind of like screwy. Sorry, I could talk, but it's very distracting sometimes. I take it Schooner has explained to you. Yes, Schooner has explained to you what Bubblegum Crisis is. Yeah, you need to check that out. That if you guys want an example of an all female an all-female kick-ass group, look no further to Bubblegum Crisis. It has everything and more into it. It's more than sum of its parts. It really shows what Japan wants in a show like that, and it's not afraid for anybody to watch it and enjoy it. Like sexy women kicking butt, not shooting down men or disrespecting men. They rib on them, yeah. They sometimes rib on them, but the men have a place in that type of world, you know. So yeah, definitely check out anybody who has never seen Bubblegum Crisis. Definitely check that out. Another one I would like to also bring up, maybe Slayers. I haven't seen Slayers, but I know of it. That and what else? What else? Of course, Sailor Moon. Definitely Sailor Moon and Tichi Muyo, but kind of went sour with Tenchi Muyo because all the all the rest of the series that preceded it. Okay, Peter Pan. No, I'm kidding. I'm ribbing on you, Schooner. Casey Scott. I'm ribbing on you. Schooner has an interesting question. Excuse me. If you could meet any historical figure, who would it be? Specifically, I would have loved to have met Malcolm X, and really like I would have loved to meet that man to really get into his philosophies and his thought process for what he wanted for the black community. I'm pretty sure all my ilk could have wanted to meet the man, and those who have met the man have told stories about him. But I personally, he been one I would love to meet. Definitely, I have several, but specifically, I would love to met Malcolm X. I want to get his another thing I want to get is his autobiography. He wrote an autobiography, guys, and I would love to have read his autobiography. To have read, I can still read it. I'm pretty sure his copy's still being sold. I need to know the context there. Kenshiro meets Ramen Man. I don't know who Ramen Man is. Yeah, you know, Brian Gamar says I would love to see a fighting game with Capcom and Square characters. Yeah, you know, like Ryu from Breath of Fire series, any version of Ryu. Um, Definitely somebody from Xenogears. Of course, Cloud Strife. You know, Cloud Strife. There's a lot of Square games that they have that they only produce, but I can't put them in there because Square only produced them. They did not make them. So whenever time you see Square Enix, they did not like say for instance Drakengard and its sequel. Square Enix will pop up, but they did not develop that game. It was Cavia. Cavia was the one that developed Drakengard. Square Enix produced Drakengard. Just letting you guys know that. Sometimes, not, I'm laying down the facts here. Certain games that Square Enix are attached to are not games that they developed; they produced. It's just that sometimes their names pop up first, and that's what conditions you to think that Square Enix popped up, so they were the ones that made this game. No, it was another developer. It was a developer. Square Enix produced it. Now they are responsible for, of course, the Final Fantasy games. They're still responsible for the Final Fantasy games, but anything outside of Final Fantasy, well, yeah, they also and also Kingdom Hearts, but anything outside of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, they produced, not developed. So near Automata, that's Platinum Games. If you see Square Enix's name attached to it, they did not develop um, near Automata. It was Platinum Games. Or say for instance, Deus Ex Human Revolution. They did not develop that game. I forgot who what's the name that developed it, but they were the ones that produced it. So just letting you guys know that. And same thing with Tomb Raider 2014. They didn't develop that one either. They just produced it. Their names are attached to that project. Somebody else produced developed those games. Their names are just attached to it. So info for you guys. I said it's a chill stream, but I'm also laying down some information for you guys. Schooner Tuner's question was: Would you would you rather join the X Men or the Teen Titans? I'd rather join the Teen Titans at this point, with the way how the X Men are doing at this moment. I'd rather be with the Titans right now. Chill with Dick and Corey and goodness, I'm blanking on Beast Boy's real name. Actually, I'd rather be with Young Justice with Connor Kent and everybody else more so, despite their little hangups and problems. But X Men, no, not anymore, not anymore. And Brian gave me a line to say, "On my whim." Excuse me, sorry. Let me try it again. Get a little swig of this. This might mess up my voice though. Here's a tip for you guys: drink more water from now on. Starting next year, drink more water. Excuse me. Let me try this. Omae wa mo shinduru. Noni! Artificial Joni. Yeah, Dio would have caused the death of humanity. Exactly my point. Where I'm getting at with what I was saying was, if left unchecked, it would have been an extinction level event for the human race, and it would have been an apocalyptic event. It would pretty much, if Phantom Blood was anything to go by, if Dio was allowed to continue in Phantom Blood, the whole world would have looked almost closely resembling I Am Legend. Pillar Man, I don't know what truth be told, I did not know what the Pillar Man's goal was. They were just interesting, to say the least. I just I just forgot what the Pillar Man's goal was, but I liked them though. Like that's one thing the Pillar Man have a good impact on me on. Even if I didn't know what their end goal was, I was still interested in them. Their character is their character is what kept me going with them. Because plays like this, when it came to Bleach, the filler arc, the bounce filler arc, never understood what their goal was. Especially when they got to Soul Society and got their ass royally handed to them. I'm like, dude, what were your goals? But with the Pillar Man, you, you guys can tell me in the comments. But what were their? I never knew what their goals was. I've watched Battle Tendency twice, and I still never knew what their goal was. Only the fact that Joseph and his crew had to stop them. That's it. That's all. Like we they probably didn't have a goal. They just were too dangerous to be left alive unchecked. You know. Anyways, I didn't mean to go back on that topic, but I'm just sharing what I love about the JoJo series a little bit. Dread 2012 powers and how they can be depicted more, maybe like culture and etc. to the creation. Is that a topic that you want me to talk about in a future WRC? I mean WCR. That's funny how I got that acronym mixed up when I'm still reeling over the fact that on Study Hall, guys, that when Troy brought up my channel and my series, he said it wrong. So you guys already know it's called Wolf Commander Rambles. He literally called it Wolf Squadron Rambles. I'm like, you know what? As funny as that sounded, how he got the name wrong. Given a chance that he got the name wrong, it gave me an idea. Maybe on Sunday, me and the wingman will have a chill stream, or at least a Wolf Commander Rambles, or at least a Wolf Squadron Rambles stream. If we, because right now the rewatches and the we watches that the Wolf Squadron tends to do, those are put on until further notice. Because I don't move until Owen has at least a physical copy. Because that those are only those are only ready when Owen has the physical copy. Because I don't know what his setup is at his house. Frankly, I don't want to bring it to light on stream. That's his business. But the way I set up, um, for some reason he needs to just get the physical copy in order to watch it with us. So that's why I set them to until further notice. But as far as like us chilling and hanging out, that can be done. That's doable. That's completely doable. All I gotta do is contact both Ivan Mendoza and Owen, and we can all be on a panel together and just talk away. But as far as like we watches and rewatches, it's until further notice, guys. Just letting you guys know that. I'm pretty sure I shared it in the Professor Geese group. I need to share more on the Twitter group too. And I need to start a Twitter group. That's one thing I need to do. I need to start a Twitter group, and you guys can sign on to that, and you guys will know what the schedule is as well on Twitter. Because I don't want to leave you, those who are following me on Twitter, I don't want you guys left behind either. So I'll let so baby steps, guys, baby steps. But as far as powers and how they can be depicted more or better, that's definitely that can be a stream. That can be a stream. So paper. Write this down real quick. You guys are it started. So trying to get a proper pen here. What? I grabbed the wrong pen. Where is that? There it is. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to pause. I'm trying to write down some stuff. All right, let's move on. Scornaton has an interesting question. If you were given the chance to do Phase 4 of Marvel, where would you start? So, Phase 4 of Marvel, uh, for me to do for my version of Phase 4, I would have to do a complete rewrite of the ending to Endgame. Or at least I'll have a rewrite of Endgame. Period. So let me start with my rewrite of Endgame. Number one, definitely, this is a big number one. I would have changed the Hulk. I would not have had him fix his story arc off screen and get Professor Hulk. As a matter of fact, if we were going with Professor Hulk, I would have written him a lot better because Professor Hulk is so much more than just this goofy guy. It seemed like they were trying to make him a goofy Hank McCoy from it seemed like they were trying to make they were going for a 90s Hank McCoy from a 90s X-Men. But even then, 90s Hank McCoy, the Beast, if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, it's nothing like that. He's not that goofy. Not even X-Men Evolution Hank McCoy is that goofy at all. Goofy stuff tend to happen around him sometimes, but as a matter of fact, they wrote him like Avengers 200 Hank McCoy, and I didn't like that. I was like that seems too close to resemble Hank McCoy from Avengers 200. And y'all got any of you comic book aficionados knows what happened in Avengers 200. Anybody who knows about comics that deeply knows what happened in Avengers 200. Um, but yeah, I'll have to rewrite Hulk. Um, I had to rewrite the whole. I'll also rewrite the whole Black Widow and Hawkeye moment at when they got the Stone. Lot of changes would have to make first before I even discuss my Phase 4 of Marvel. That could be a new topic too, but I could talk it right now. But first of all, these are the changes I would have made. Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, definitely Thor, definitely uh, Steve Rogers. I would definitely kill. Here's what I would keep: the death of Tony Stark. I know people. I know people who probably would have been mad still, but I would definitely kept the death of Tony Stark. Um, I don't know how it went about the time travel aspect because the time travel is a bit wonky in that movie, so I can't really tell you what the time travel would have been. I just know that one, I would give Hulk his moment for Thanos. So like, here's what I would change with Hulk. He would still be Mark Ruffalo, definitely. Mark Ruffalo is still having troubles with the Hulk, or at least he did have conversations with the Hulk, and let's just say he employed some armchair therapy for Hulk over the years, right? So when you get into the final battle, what I would have done with Hulk instead, um, I would still have him try to use the gauntlet, even in his human form. He will still use the gauntlet, but he will still be human. But what but what but what I want Bruce to do was to square up towards Thanos. You know, it would be like that one more where he does that I'm always angry. So think about it like this. In his human form, Thanos is so strong that he could kill him, right? But the Hulk doesn't want to die. Here's the kicker. The Hulk does not want to die. But he also don't want Banner to have his moment either. So Banner squaring off against Thanos would be like Hulk saying, "Oh, this puny Banner is going to take my glory," and that's where like the moment here's how we'll shot this scene. It would it would focus on Banner walking up to Thanos. Thanos saying his usual Thanosy lines to him, and I guess I'll have Banner say, "I told everybody this all the time. I'm always angry." And the camera pans away from Bruce towards Thanos. Thanos will try to punch him, like it will zero in on Thanos's fist, but you see a green hand catches it, and Hulk is back, baby. And that's where Hulk is like Hulk has let's just say he gets a power upgrade or at least a power boost for that confidence through Banner, and now he's not let's just say he's not able to beat Thanos like still like beat Thanos, but he's able to catch up with him and keep up with him. So now he's like even if he's fighting a prime Thanos, he's keeping up with him. That's what I would have done for Hulk. For the Black Widow's nonsense, the whole soul for a soul. Um, see, here's the thing. It said, "What are you willing to sacrifice?" I don't. Here's the thing about that whole deal with the Soul Stone. That's not how I interpreted it when it came to Thanos throwing Gamora away like that. A soul for a soul, sacrifice a soul. I always thought it's something that you're willing to sacrifice. That you are willing to sacrifice anything, not just a soul. You're willing to give up something for the soul stone, something that's dear to you in your being. So let's just say through movie fantasy science, we know that Black Widow is sterile, right? But let's just say being around the Hulk through magical gamma radiation, she found out that she's pregnant, or at least she finds no. Actually, that'd be too dark, wouldn't it? I thought about that too. I thought about that too. That she was the idea of her giving up her chance to reproduce, or if she was pregnant, she would give up her baby. That's too dark. Actually, no. Uh, I would have another alternative for that scene. I would have had Hawkeye probably chop his arm off. Maybe I don't know. That right there is dumb. It's it's dumb. I think Hawkeye should have sacrificed himself. And I know I know if I went with Hawkeye sacrificing himself, what Black Widow would be focusing on would be Natasha visiting Hawkeye's family and consoling them, talking about the good old days when hanging out with Clint. That's what I would have done with. Let's start with phase four with Black Widow. That's what I would have done with Black Widow, or at least whoever I employ to direct Black Widow. That will be the story I want to focus on. Her coping the fact that Flint died so that she and everybody can live, and the repercussions behind that. You know, um, taking a long time with this. Steve Rogers would not get old. He would not get old. He will retire though. He will retire for a while. It's not a permanent retire. It's not permanent retirement. It's him taking a break for a while because of all of what they went through thus far, saving Earth, saving the entire universe. Actually, he needs to take a load off, and he would have ended up with Sharon Carter because that's the one issue I had with that ending. He ended up with Peggy Carter at the end. That's a character regression that they completely ignored Sharon Carter throughout this whole movie. Not once did he ever look for her. Not once did he went to go hang out with her or even check to see if she was erased. That was stupid. Um, Again, I would definitely kick Captain Marvel. See, here's the thing about Captain Marvel. She'll come at the tail end of another reveal I would have done. Instead of her showing up to take down Thanos' ship, you know who my alternative would have been? Shield. Shield would have came in with a massive helicarrier to take on Thanos' ship, and we would have all the. I'm debating on whether I would have all the Agents of Shield cast in this movie in game. You know, we have Mac, Yo Yo, Daisy, Fritz, everybody under the sun, just fighting the good fight against Thanos' army, and we have this big, massive helicarrier now. Or if you have the Agents of Shield, I probably wouldn't have them like in focus, but I have their the ship that they travel on in the show in later seasons instead of the helicarrier. I had that flying about taking on the ship, and here's how I would have brought in Captain Marvel though. It would have been granted it would have been too much for the helicarrier to take the fight against Thanos' ship. But Captain Marvel comes in and lay down some cover fire for them and suppressive fire, and that's where we get this moment where she goes to a bridge window and eyes Nick Fury, and he'll say, "Welcome back, Captain." Course, of course, this will all. If I was helming Marvel Phase 3, I would have picked a better actress for Captain Marvel. Personally, I would have picked Yvonne Strahovski, the voice behind Claudia, not Claudia, Miranda Lawson from Mass Effect, the voice actress, and the actress from Chuck. For those of you who don't know who Yvonne Strahovski is, she would have been my Captain Marvel. She would have had to learn how to speak with an American accent, of course, but Yeah, but Phase Four. Now that y'all know my rewrite of Endgame. Also, Bucky would get the shield, not Falcon, not Falcon. Of course, you guys know me. Bucky would have got the shield. Um, Thor. Okay, hear me out, guys. If they want a fat Thor, they'll get a fat Thor. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. That Trinity shot when the lightning strikes, he would have been buff Thor in that moment. He would not be fat Thor in that suit. For me, the way I see it, if Thor got fat, that's the magic. That's the magical state of it of his emotions, his depression. But that's not how he look. It's the magical depression that he's going through, and it shows in his body. But once his confidence comes back up, you can see his fatness deteriorate over time. And the moment the lightning strikes him, boom, right back to buff Thor. That's how it worked out Thor in that moment because his confidence will be building back up, and you'll see it physically. And that's a message to get to children, especially children that get depressed and just eat and eat and eat. Like, work out your problems, work out your body, get get confident, and do something with your life. Don't sit in despair and hanging on to your failures. Hold on, work towards your successes, and I'll be right back, guys. Hang on. Sorry about this. I heard something. But yeah, phase four. Back to phase four. Yeah, that's it. Has like for me to work out what I would do with phase four. It has to I had to rewrite a few key moments in in game. So when it comes to that should be a stream in its own though. But let me give you the bullet points. I will definitely work out Fantastic Four for phase four. Definitely start talking about doing some Fantastic Four in phase four. Duh, phase four. It's in the number four. Phase four. If they want me to do X-Men in phase four, that's gonna be difficult. But I definitely would mind trying to work in X-Men somehow. Um, Personally, I rather they stay to their own universe. I don't think they should be part of the MCU because that'll raise a lot of questions and a lot of talking points. Um, I would not focus on all new, all different Marvel at all. At all. I think I would keep to the classics. But for Iron Man side, Rescue would definitely be a as much as I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow, I think she can handle her own movie. Or maybe her daughter will probably be Rescue, the next Rescue. She'll wear the rescue suit, maybe. For I definitely will work in a Hulk movie. Hulk needs to have his own movie at this point. He should have had his movie by then, but we all know how that turned out. But I would work in a Hulk movie. Like most of the Phase Four movies would just be talking about the aftermath of Endgame. That's it. Where it'd be basically an epilogue, sort of. The first two movies will probably be an epilogue, and then that's where we'll get a continuation, which say maybe new characters introduced, like why am I blanking on Marvel superheroes right now? Wonder Man. We lost Vision. So why not have Scarlet Witch run into Wonder Man? Um, maybe a Scarlet Witch movie, maybe, or even of course we gotta have a movie with Bucky and why am I blanking on his name now? Stan, Sam, not Stan, Sam. Maybe a War Machine movie, not a rescue movie. Maybe a War Machine movie, and he's probably mentoring Tony's daughter as now she's gotten older. Of course, a third Ant Man movie, definitely a third Ant Man movie. Um, maybe Sharon Carter, maybe. But that's my thoughts. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna end it right there. That's my thoughts on Phase 4. Casey Scott. Oh, we got Leia plus size here, and we got Owen Lister. The other we got our wingman Owen Lister. Leia plus size. Let me announce this real quick, guys. Sorry about that. Let me announce that Leia plus size is also now. Leia, if you notice the wrench next to your screen name, you are now a wingman, honorary official wingman. You are now a moderator in this in the comments. Please, I will tell you this. Please do not abuse this power. It's a responsibility. So you being a moderator, please exercise with responsibility. All right. Just letting you know, you are now officially a wingman, along with Owen Lister, Brian Gilmartin, and Ivan Mendoza. So just letting you guys know, I hold no, I hold some expectations, guys. But if you cannot show up, don't feel bad if you don't show up. All right. Do not feel bad. That's why I have at least for you guys. For you guys. So you guys are the ones that have been here multiple times. Of course, Owen and Ivan get that by default because they're my wingman from the start. But since you guys have been here more times than many people, or at least you guys have shown up the most times, you guys are getting the wrench. And I can, I've made, I've made. Sorry, I'm blanking on my words now. What I'm saying is this: you guys have these wrenches because you guys are the most that are here, and you guys can show up. So if one don't show up, another can show up, and you guys have proven your punctuality and your attendance. So I can trust you guys to be the moderators in these chats in case WCR gets big, where we get a lot of audience members and more people in the comments. You guys are here to make sure that the comments, especially if I lay down the rules and the regulations, you guys enforce the rules and regulations, but do not abuse this power, please. And I love your response. Lead plus size, thank you very much. I will honor this. Thank you. Exactly. So congratulations. You are a wingman now. Also, Leia plus size. I'm also since this is a chill stream, any question, you can ask any question. Keep it adult. Well, adult, not juvenile adult. Don't be juvenile. But asking any written questions, think of any topic that I can cover that I have, because I'm starving for topics. I'm starving for topics. I've already got topics ready for this week and next week. But I would love to hear your thoughts on what you want me to talk about before I get into the big stuff that I really want to get into during this month. So think of any topics or think of any topics I can cover next year when we get into the next year. So I'm definitely want to go there too. Um, this is also an opportunity that if you would like to talk to me directly via voice, you can contact me through Facebook group. You know me in the Professor Geeks Facebook group. You can direct message me, and I will link you I'll link you the stream so you can, if you got a mic, if you got a mic, if you want to talk to me directly and we can chat and stuff, I'll send you the link so you can come on here and you can hear your voice, and everybody can hear your voice, and we can discuss things. That'll be a good time because I don't know if and when I'm going to ever do this again, but now would be a good time to ask for that on Facebook or on my Twitter. And I'm not going to say my name on here on the stream. You know, if you met me in the Facebook group, you know my name. You know me by my name. But if you want my Twitter is DreadWolfClaw with my screen name in parentheses next to it. DreadWolfClaw on Twitter. And if you want to contact me directly on Twitter, I will send you the link and you can talk to me directly. But if you don't want to, that's fine. I'm talking about anybody. Maybe Owen, but Owen's probably at work right now. But Leia plus size, if you ain't got nothing else better to do, shoot me a direct message if you like. If you want to talk to me directly, the Wolf Commander. And I've been talking far too long. Let me back up the comments, or at least let me check the comments real quick before I back it up. Start back up now. We're here. Start back up now. We're here. Good afternoon to you too, Leia plus size. I checked your good afternoon. Excuse me, guys. I'll be right back. I've got to one of these days, guys. I'm gonna figure out how to play music while you, if I go away from keyboard. Sure, I have to ask the professor on how to do that. Sorry about that. I was helping putting laundry away, and it really wasn't that much clothes to put away. So I was getting that done as fast. That's why I sound a little bit out of breath. Somebody, y'all gave me some impressions to do too. You're right. Beast Boy's name is Garfield. Logan, I'm not sure, but yeah. Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest. Yeah, that would definitely be in the Marvel crossover. Excuse me. Don't use that as a crutch though. Schooner Tuner says, I'm really picking right now. To Officer Joni, I even sometimes have a character with memory loss that this allows me to introduce the elements of the world. Don't use too much of that though. Sometimes amnesia is good, but don't use that as a crutch all the time. That's what I'm saying. Are you Owen, are you off today? You said your laptop. You must be off today. Giving some context to Ramen. Ramen Man is a character from Kin. Oh, I know. Also known as Ultimate Muscle. He essentially can show from before can show despite his rather goofy appearance. Yep, yeah. I'll definitely want that crossover. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hang on, dudes. Hang on. Y'all got some. Oh my goodness, you got some meat. You got some meaty comments to sink my teeth into. Let's start with Casey Scott's real quick though. Crossover. When I was younger, I wanted to see someone from DC or Marvel team up with a manga character. Now that thought scares me just because how bad comics are. No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It depends on which version of superhero you want in the comic. Do you want Batman from the animated series with Superman from the animated series to go on adventures with Goku? There's your story. Don't let what comics now dictate what you want to do then. If you want to do a, let's just say, Casey, if you want to do an art piece with the superheroes, with the manga heroes, do it. Don't let comics stop you from doing that. As a matter of fact, if you want to do even a fun comic about it, do it. Do it with your version of Superman. Do it with your version of Batman. Do it with your version of Goku, either Super, GT, or even Z, or even Ball, the original. Go with either one. You could. Here's the thing. I'm not against you cherry picking which version of a superhero that you want, which era of superhero you want. So never let the way how comics are ruined now dictate how you view ideas now. Just learn from them, you know. Brian Gil Martin. I'd also love to see Sun Shang-Jing do a team up attack with Mega Man where he rides her chakrams while blasting enemies left and right. You talking about original Mega Man, not Mega Man X. Not with Captain Marvel. I'm pretty sure some context down the road. So you're asking me directly because I will say I'm an aspirational hero. I like aspirational heroes, like Superman. I aspire to be Superman. Superman inspires me to do good too. He's inspiring and aspiring at the same time. Cathartic, cathartic. I think that's Peter Parker. He's cathartic, right? I'm not too. I'm not. I'm. not against that either. I like those type of characters that become superheroes through circumstances. So yeah, but I'm mostly aspirational and inspirational. So when it comes to sorry if you guys hear crunching, that's me stroking my beard. I got a bush right now on my face, and it's I built up a terrible habit of stroking it, like like a villain would, or an old man. Like I'm enjoying my beer for a while before I decide to visit the barber. I'm enjoying my beer for a while. So if you guys are hearing like scritchy noises, that's me just stroking my beard on my left side, and the mic is on my left side of my face. So it's become a subconscious habit of me. But as far as aspirational, yeah, I'm more aspirational. People that you aspire to be. I like the idea that you aspire to be good. You aspire to do good. You're inspired to be good. You know. So there's that. Neostar, Bravo Man is a classic Namco arcade game that parodies tokusatsu superheroes. He had a brief resurgence with a web cartoon and comic book series. Gotcha. I'll have to look him up tonight. Arthur's joining with a writer slash artist topic. What you know what that should be a topic for Wolf Commander. Let me write that down as well. How to world build and what to do to world build. And I lost my pen. Where's my pen? While I'm looking for that, I'll explain my tips for world building. Um, think about well, first of all, think about what world you want to create. If it's a world of superheroes, think about think first think about what the buildings would look like in your world, what the landscape would look like. Second will be how do the people live in that world? Like imagine if you will, if you lived in this world, imagine living in that world and what it's like to live in that world. Is it corrupt? Is it corrupted? If it's corrupted, show, don't tell us that the city is corrupted. If it's corrupted, don't don't depict the city looking all pristine and beautiful. If you're gonna do that though, you have to have some area of underbelly to show that there's some corruption there in the city. If you're gonna show it pristine, like show a scene where there's a dark enterprise, and I found my pen. A dark enterprise working underneath the city, the pristine city, and you see the grit and stuff. The depiction would be dark and dank and stuff like that. You see that rot underneath within the apple. That's what I'm saying. If you want to build a medieval world, definitely study medieval history for that one. I would say study medieval history. How does the armor function? How's the world work in that world? Especially if it's a fantasy magic system, you definitely need to don't think too hard on the magic system. Develop it as you go. But if you're gonna set rules, make sure you take notes for the rules of how the magic system works, because you can easily set rules for yourself, but accidentally break those rules. And there's also rules of world building too. Gravity is concerned, physics. Um, Definitely make sure you have the rules of gravity. And I wouldn't say go ahead and study physics, but you should have a gentle understanding of how gravity works, like the weight of a weapon, the the impact it does when you fire or swing a weapon. Especially if you're a rider, you should know how a sword you can imagine what a sword would feel like if it hits you, or a bat, or a brick. You can put in some pros on how the impact felt in the world build, or at least in the world building. World building definitely focus on culture. Look up cultures, loosely based, definitely. Religions. Don't focus too much on the intricacies. Definitely focus squarely on the character. and do the world building through the character or any characters or ensemble characters that you have. Say for instance, if you have a character that's not that doesn't belong in your city, that character should not be that familiar with that city unless they've lived there. If they just now walked into that city and they have never lived there in their life or traveled there multiple times in their life, they should not be that well aware of what the city does. They should have at least a projected idea, definitely, but they should be also in wonderment or in curiosity. So that's where, like, if anybody who's reading your book, you can easily lose sight of, like, they can easily take themselves out of the book if the character is not, it's supposed to be a fish out of water in a location, and they're acting the way they're acting, like natural and normal stuff, takes me out. Take for instance Ray. A lot of people toss this up, like, how she knows how to swim if she lived on a desert planet. How? She's on this island, on this mostly water planet, right? And yes, she knows how to swim. That takes everybody out of the story in Last Jedi. I don't mean to bring up the Last Jedi, but that was a big that's another plot hole that I didn't even think of. Like, wait, how does she know how to swim if she only lived in the desert? That's what I mean, and that's what I will say about world building. I want to get through these guys real fast. I don't mean I'm sure I'll have more to say when I generate a stream for that. I'll talk about world building more in the stream, so in another stream. But that's why I would say for advice. That's only according to what I would say for myself, but definitely contact the experts like the professor, Troy, Nanette, Sounding Raver. Talk to writers that actually made it, or even Ishii. If you guys know about Ishii, talk to Ishii about world building, or Cat. I say, my best advice, to my greatest advice, is always talk to the experts. But I will definitely give you some advice on my point of view, but definitely go to the experts on advice too. Don't never forget that the experts are still here. I Brian Gilmore. I'd have liked to meet the real Kai Wenji since I'm already familiar with the Dynasty Warriors. Oh, that's a time travel thing. Okay. Oh, you're talking about my Square Enix did not make everything that their names attached to, or how Quintet developed art Actorazar and Terranigma, but published by Enix. Yeah, that's before they merged with Square to make Square Enix. From Schooner to Artificer. I do not mean to answer, but I want to help if I could. I have a I have had a lot of success telling the world through characters POV. Yep, POV characters are a good way to use for world building too. Definitely tell the, though, again, it depends on how you write your character too. So be aware of that. One character's POV is not enough to tell. It's there. It's there as a backbone and sort of a starter kit for how the world works and how the world lives lives in and stuff. But you have to surround your character around other people who have different outlooks towards that world too. So make sure to do that as well. I think I'm catching up with you guys now. Finally, I am. From Neostar. Personally, I want someone else to take the mantle of crossover fighting games like Namco versus somebody, or even Sega versus somebody. Try playing. If you got a Wii, play Tetsunoko versus Capcom. That's a good game. It's got Tekkaman Blade, uh Kairos from Kairos the Prophecy and Revelations. Of course, uh, Joe the Eagle, and like basically three people from Battle of the Planets, aka G Force. Also, some even before Wade came into Marvel's Capcom 3, he was in Tetsunoko versus Capcom. So you got that too. Speaking through this, guys. Again from Neostar, Car's goal was essentially immortality by conquering the sun. ACDC and Wamu's goal was to fulfill Car's goal. Yeah, and thank you for telling me that. And he did achieve it. He just got beat. He did achieve it. He just got beat afterwards. Uh, Neil sorry answered it, but I like Artificer's comment here. The Pillar Man wanted the red stone of Aja for the perfected stone mass, so they could live in sunlight. After that, no idea. All right, I'm gonna try this one. Here we go. That's my attempt at Cat Bane. I know you guys. I know, Schooner. You were waiting for me to do that for a while. I didn't mean to take too long, but yeah, you guys keep giving me some impressions to do, and please put the name of the character so I know who y'all talking about. They either rule the world or devour people without resistance. Pretty much. That's pretty much like it's really like it seems like almost every JoJo arc is them preventing at least a near extinction level event, or what could possibly, if left unchecked, will become an extinction level event. Owen, still want to do a rewatch of Blade 2 and Blade Trinity. I know Blade Trinity has a bad reputation, but maybe it can be a first. That's still in the works. Owen. Um, I will set up the date for that one, Owen. So don't. It's not. I'm not avoiding you on that one. Not avoiding you, Brian Gilmore. I like Beast in the '90s anime extra anime series. I do too. Such a cultured man. New star for my Phase 4 talk. Move what's left of the Avengers to the West Coast and let Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and the Fantastic Four, along with at least three newcomers, handle the New York area. Yep. We can also introduce Squirrel Girl, the Squirrel Girl, not SJW Squirrel Girl. Screw that, man. I want my classic Squirrel Girl back. I want her back. Brian. Joni to Brian Gil Martin. Indeed. Anyone remember that one trial where Beast quote Shakespeare, Merchant of Venice, if I recall correctly? Yep. Casey Scott. Uh Avengers 200, the Captain Marvel baby stuff issue. Bad comic. Yep. Don't tempt these people, Mr. Uh I I don't remember how the judge voice sounded at the time. I thought it was a beast that you were quoting. Sorry, sorry, Brian. I thought that was a quote. You know, I will highlight Leia's quote of Phase 4. If I did Phase 4 of Marvel, I would have had Steve go back in time, free Bucky from the pain of Hydra, and Bucky would be the new Cap. That, I like that, but at the same time, it's still a regress. It's still a regression because Bucky would not have Bucky probably would not Bucky would have aged like already, and it wouldn't progress his it wouldn't have progressed his character that much. So it's not a bad idea. Don't make no mistake about it. But I'm voicing my reservations on that one. Leia plus size. I like. I don't mean to. I don't mean to say it like that, but yeah, it's a nice idea though. It's a nice idea. Home. It's just that's a topic someone brought up. Keep throwing them. Keep throwing any ideas, any topic. I'm pretty sure you've done it already so far while I'm still scrolling down your comments. And Brian Gilmartin, anybody would have been a better pick for Captain Marvel than Brie Karen Larson. As a matter of fact, Gina Carano would have been my pick too. The question is, would she have looked good blonde though? But so far, Gina Carano is still my top pick for a Wonder Woman live action movie I would have done. She would have been Wonder Woman, and Linda Carter would have been Hippolyta. She would have been old for sure, but she still would have been my pick for Hippolyta, just for cameo cred specifically. Not just two fronts, cameo cred and my choice for Hippolyta. Period. Period. Her and maybe I'll probably give Adrian Palicki another chance because she was she was done dirty for that Wonder Woman. I don't think it was. I don't think it should never have been her fault for that Wonder Woman pilot to be so bad. She could have been a good Wonder Woman too. I love I love Gal Gadot all the same, but she would not have been my pick for Wonder Woman. But she does a good job though. She does a good job. She's got a good tan for her. She's got the hair for her, and she's got the demeanor. But she would not have been my pick for Wonder Woman. But so far, I'm liking what Gal Gadot. Another thing, I'm liking how Gal Gadot is carrying herself. I'm loving how she's carrying herself as a professional actress. She's carrying herself. We can forgive her for that Imagine video. I'm willing to forgive her for that. That's a misstep. But again, so far she ain't said nothing in the news media to really incur my wrath and say she's not my Wonder Woman anymore. So far she's carrying herself. Patty Jenkins, what are you doing, Patty? You're writing a superhero movie, not a social commentary. You're not writing a critical theory hit piece. Speaking of which, that's why I got my original copy of the Wonder Woman anime movie. Sticking to that, baby. Sticking to that. That's my Wonder Woman movie. Anyways, uh, Neil Star, MCU West Coast Avengers, Ant-Man, Wasp, Hawkeye, War Machine, maybe introduce new characters like Monica Rambeau or Wonder Man, for example. Exactly what I said earlier. That was earlier. Almost reprimand me for even suggesting that. No, Wolf, no killing babies. Go with Flint, sacrifice himself. My idea for Steve would to have him be the next director of Shield. Yeah, I like saying that. Oh, Leia plus this is the aftermath. I'm reading the aftermath now, guys. I think I like you for Steve Rogers for your phase four, and I agree Bucky for sure would get the shield, and I bring in the X-Men. Yeah, again, it's speaking of which, you know what? Let me throw in my 2 cents of how I would have made the X-Men. Just the same way how Wanda and Quicksilver were made. The reality would have got warped in that moment, especially the moment when Tony snaps. Like I like this idea where the Infinity Gems operate in such a level that we still do not understand. So the moment when he snapped, something changes and mutants happen. You know, I would say it would kind of take away the idea that they're genetically made, not and now artificially made. But that's how I would put in the X-Men for that one. Schooner. If I had one wish, no joke, it would be your version of Endgame was canon. I want to see the Wolf's Phase 4. I I've been I've been mulling over since 2 years from now. I've been mulling over. Well, actually, yeah. After an Endgame, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad with years right now, but I'm pretty sure I've been mulling it over for last year. I've been doing I've been thinking about skits for how we'll rewritten the ending of Endgame, and so far I've given up on it because I'm like as much as I want to, it still happens. It's like I don't know. I don't know if anybody will still take it now because I'm so years away from Endgame, and I want to do that whole Bucky gets the shield, but Cap will still be young and he'll be dancing with Sharon at the end. But yeah, I'm liking how you guys are taking into my MCU ideas because mind you guys, I'm an idea man, and again, like I said in the Blade stream, that's how I would have ran Marvel Knights. I would have been the Kevin. I would definitely be the Kevin Feige of Marvel Knights. I would hire people who wanted to write Daredevil good, who wanted to write Ghost Rider good, and if we had to bring in Blade, if it had to be a new actor, it is what it is, guys. I'm sorry, Wesley Snipes is too much of a hot button to bring in. As much as even if he did express his interest for Blade again, not hiring him again because the stuff I heard about Wesley, and they're true. They are true. Though the production between him and Goyer on Blade Trinity, that's speculative talk. Speculative. But Wesley Snipes is again hot button. So it would have to be Blade would have been a new actor. Period. I'm sorry guys. And if I wouldn't been Mahershala Ali though. I'm pretty sure it would have been somebody. I'm not sure who would have been, but not Columbus Short, definitely not Columbus Short, but hmm, maybe not Michael Jai White. He would have been somebody else, but maybe it had to be somebody who's into martial arts too. So that I'll have to say that for some other time. Leah plus size to Owen. I like that idea of Steve as the next director of Shield and Bucky would be the new Captain pick up his friend Shield. Yeah, definitely would have had Sam as Falcon still because I will tell you guys, I will tell you this will be this will be another stream too that I want to talk about as well. But the way how I see it when they make Sam Captain America, it's like this is how I see it, guys. And pardon me for this image in your head. Your name is Captain Falcon. Your name is Captain Falcon. Your name is Captain America. Captain America. That's how I see it, guys. That's how I see it. I don't mean to put that mental image in your head, but that's how I see it. Every time I see Sam Wilson as Captain America, I'm like, you just literally changed a black man's identity. That's what you guys did. You literally took a black man's identity and you changed it. So yeah, I'm calling shenanigans on that. Same thing with Ironheart. Oh no, Ironheart's a different story. I have a different outlook on how I look at Ironheart. Um, sorry, I'm blanking out real quick. Asian Hawk. I do not want to say his name. I call him Asian Hawk, but yeah. I see some impressions. I see some impressions. Dang, I went. I hate when the chat go all the way down. Oh, hey, Eloise. Welcome everybody, Eloise, to the chat. Eloise, if you want to talk to me directly, you can contact me directly on Twitter, and I can send you a link so we can like this is the chill stream. So any topic that you want me to cover, or any topic that you want me to cover in the future, list it down on the ground. Listen to the chats. You got any questions that you want to ask me? Any questions that you want to ask me directly? Ask away. Please keep it adult, and don't be juvenile with the questions, please. Um, if you really want to talk to me directly, I will send you the link to the stream, and we can talk to each other. Anybody's up for grabs at this point. Anybody who want to talk to the Wolf Commander directly, feel free. I'll send you the link, and we can talk. Um, Also, uh, think of any topic that you want me to talk about, or at least think of anything that like this is a free for all stream, Eloise. Basically, free for all, but keep it clean, please. Keep it clean. Okay, I think I'm completely caught up, so I can now continue highlighting some comments. You know what? I don't want to butcher an ACDC song. I'm a, I'm a I'm not gonna highlight that, but I like the Brian yeah, Brian. I like that idea. You know what I'm talking about. Now that I told on myself. Neil Star. Neil Star. Okay. I to Brian Gilmartin. I can personally attest that all new, all different Marvel was a complete waste of time, money, and energy. That's the thing. All new, all different had potential though. It had potential. It had its chance to introduce legacy characters proper, but the problem is that they hired people who has no idea of how to write a story, let alone how to write a comic book story. All these comics do is talk. They don't fight. And when they do fight, it's handled easily. They talk too much. If they Here's the thing. They have watched the fourth age videos on this topics. He has some really good stuff. RJ has some good stuff to talk about. Check his channel out, and you'll see what they're doing in Marvel, and not so much in DC, but definitely in Marvel. It is scary, very scary. It's very Orwellian. I'll tell you that right now. It's very Orwellian, scary, dude. But the all new, all different, dude. That could have worked. I'm not opposed to S23 done the Metal Wolverine had they wrote her well with it. I'm not opposed to Ironheart if they will write her well. I'm not even opposed to Wasp handling the Avengers if they will write her well, or even Captain Marvel being the new flagship star of the Marvel universe if they will write her good. We've all voiced this from the get go. We would be okay if you had good writers on it. Period. But they don't, and that's only because they changed house. And what's worse, Stan Lee is not here anymore with us to reel them in at all. And even when he was still here, he wasn't even reeling them in. Like dude, he's still, oh my goodness, his voice still had power and weight in Marvel because he started it, and he had the power to reel them in and say, hey, you guys are supposed to be writing stories, not this bullcrap. And now that he's gone, they can do whatever they want now. And that scares me the most. They're not honoring Stan Lee's vision of Marvel. They haven't been here and there, of course, but even then, dig this, guys. Even then, those who are bad writers back then in the early aughts and stuff, where we had the dumb with the Ultimate Marvel universe going forward, the Ultimatum and all that stuff, they still honored Stan Lee. They respected that man. Now that I can go on and on. I can go on and on. That's why I'm so passionate about it. Da, 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 da. I agree with Brian Gilmartin about the world building. It depends on what kind of world you want to build. If it's an action story, for instance, try starting off with a fight to lay out some of the ground rules. Exactly. I'm pretty sure you guys are already mentioning me down the stream. I'm trying to get through these comments real fast so I can really get caught up, guys. I've seen Blade Trinity far too much to know that I still hate it. Uh, Leia plus size. Uh, it's also the third. It's also the third movie in the trilogy that I saw in theaters. I saw the first one in theaters, and I saw the third one in theaters. I never got a chance to see the second one in theaters, which is a big disappointment. That I'm not never gonna I'm not gonna really dwell on. But check the backwatch on our rewatch later. Plus, I know you were at Study Hall because I checked the backwatch there. But you at Study Hall, congratulations! You really had some really good comments to lay out in Study Hall last Sunday. Brilliant, very brilliant. Somebody asked me about WWF. Oh, it's Brian. Yeah, I actually did. Brian, I did watch WWF when I was a kid, and I continued WWE for a while until I got bored with it. Favorite wrestler, Undertaker, and no, second favorite is Hulk Hogan. Third would be Ultimate Warrior, but my top favorite is uh Undertaker. Ever since he walked up on stage in WWF, I'm not sure what year it was, but loved him since then. Uh, Hulk Hogan, dude, I try to rip my shirt open every single time because of that. Ultimate Warrior, it's the face paint. Love the face paint. But yeah, those are my top favorites in WWE and WWF. For SmackDown, I was like The Rock, and sometimes rest his soul, Chris Benoit. But yeah, Neil Star, do not go with that tone next year. Create your aspirational hero, regardless. We will have that if it will be like that. It will only be like that if you allow it to. If you allow it to create your own characters, write your own stories. It's a free market in the online world now, dude. Now's the time to get on it now because it's set. It's as much as it pains me to say it, the bar has set so low that your stuff will look like gold underneath that rut at this point. I hate to say it like that, and I don't want to say it like that of your stories, guys. Any stories that you guys are writing in that comment, in the comment, like you guys are writing as we speak. I did not like to say that, but at this point, the bar is set so low thanks to this social progressive movement that your stuff will look like gold or the Holy Bible, even if it's not the best written. Because it would because what you're not doing is telling them how to think. You're actually simply telling them to think, not how to think. You're telling them to think with your story, and that's what they want. They want sometimes they want a book that get them thinking, and sometimes they want a book that'll entertain them. You know, you you guys will have to decide on that on what you want to what your writing is for. Do you want to write entertainment? Have at it. If it's shocking entertainment, have at it too. If you want to tell a dark story, tell a dark story then. Not, nobody's stopping you but yourself. Nobody's stopping you but yourself. Remember that. Go with that mindset. Nobody's stopping you but yourself. You gotta keep moving. But Neil Stark, never think that. Never think that. Because you can still create you can still create an aspirational hero. You can still create one. And also don't always wait for somebody else to do it. Cause that's what cause because I'll tell you this right now, guys. If you guys are waiting for somebody else to do it, then again, I hate to say this, that's what they're doing. The social progressives, they don't want to go out and help people. They want somebody else to go out and help people. That's why they're always pointing their fingers and waving their fingers at you and anyone else like me, saying, "Oh, you're not supporting Black Lives Matter. You're not supporting Black Lives. You don't care about black." Homie, homie. I grew up in the hood. I know what it's like in the hood. You never been there. Don't tell me that I don't care about Black lives. I just don't run with a coat. Okay? I don't need a coat to tell me what matters or whose life matters. Alright? Don't tell me that. You know? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to shame you for not doing anything according to what they want you to do. So don't think that there's no aspirational heroes. If you can create your aspirational heroes, then you can still have an aspirational hero. Period. Is what I'm telling you, Neil Star. And everybody else in this chat, do not think that there's no more aspirational heroes. Because at this point you guys are on the sidelines waiting for somebody to create one when you can create one yourself. And and you don't have to write it. You don't have to write it too. Here's another thing. You don't have to write it. You can imagine it. You can get somebody else to write it too. You can pay somebody else to write your book for you. If you're not a writer, you can pay somebody to do your art if you're a writer and not an artist. You can get it done. It's what you're willing to put on the table to do so. It's what you are willing to put on the table. Is what I'm saying. And he had those he had that silver grill on his fangs. Brian Gilmartin. Let's not forget about that. Somehow he's able to extract blood with those fangs. And I did love Ryan Reynolds too, but he was miscasted. He should have been somebody else in that. Actually, if you guys check out our Blade rewatch, I'll tell you how I would handle Blade Trinity in there. Or if you guys want, I'll probably tell it later when I'm up to it. I'm a bit lazy. It's a lazy Tuesday for me, guys. Plus size. I know you already talked about it, but I hate it in game because it disrespected every single character, every single Avenger. I also think they should not take out all of them. I agree, but like I said, in my rewrite, I would have still kept in Tony Stark. Here's the thing, guys. A lot of people don't take the Marvel MCU seriously enough because there's not enough stakes being raised, and for some reason, they think somebody has to die in order to raise the stakes. So yeah, there should be at least some casualties. Not saying there should be casualties for casualty's sake, but there should be some casualties that should be felt. Especially if actors want it out, then we will give them a good send off. Because I know Robert Downey, Tony Stark's death had to happen because Robert Downey Jr. did not want to do Iron Man anymore. He was done. Same thing with Steve, or at least Chris Evans, and maybe Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth still got some steam for Thor, but I know Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. did not want to continue Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. So that was going to happen, but the way how they went about it was so dumb. With Steve, I mean, with Steve, not Tony. I love Tony's out. I love Tony's out. His exit. Star. I'm quite familiar with Tetsunogo versus Capcom. It was my top favorite Wii game. It was mine too when I played with my friends too. We had fun with that game. I always played Tekken Man Blade because he was like my favorite Tetsunoko superhero. I said superhero. Look at how they murdered my. Sorry, excuse me. Look at how they murdered my squirrel girl along with my classic She-Hulk. Okay, I finally get to this schooner. Let me do this one. We're gonna have some fun with this from Wolf Lombardi from no Wolf forgot his last name. Wolf from Star Fox and Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Give me some impressions, guys. Leia plus size. No, what you say makes sense with the Bucky being free from Hydra. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not that bad. Here's the thing, Leia. We can explore that and we can explore the repercussions of it. Is what I'm saying. That's why I say it's not a bad idea. Well, where like I was opposed to it because it would not have it really would not have advanced any of the stories going on in Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it would have worked as a side story. Like what if Cap regret Bucky falling down and getting apprehended with Hydra? Like say for instance he wanted to save Bucky in that moment, but let's say we explore the repercussions like It's a Wonderful Life, you know? That's what I mean. Like it's not a bad idea. It's just that implemented to the MCU would have kind of slowed it down. It would have worked as a filler movie and an interesting idea, like a short story, a short movie. So that's not to say it's a bad idea. It's a good idea. It's just application wise, it needs to be best served elsewhere. That's what I'm saying. So good on you for bringing that up. But like I said, keep me talking, guys. Like plus size again for my X-Men idea. That's not a bad idea for bringing in the X-Men. That is smart. Yeah, like I said, like I said, it would upset fans of X-Men because again, they will not be genetically they're not genetic. It's going to be artificial now, and a lot of people who are fans of X-Men would not like that. But that's the only idea I can do to especially if we're going with the MCU at this point. If we're going forward, it's the only way I can do that. Or if we still want to go with the genetic, um, goodness, we'll have to cast the X Men as young now. Well, they did start off young, huh? It can still be possible. Like I said, the world could change. The world could still change. The like I said, the Infinity Stones could still put the X gene into people. But let's just say that the X gene does happen, but only we know the answer to that. You know, the X gene would still be a thing. Maybe from the power of the Soul Gem, maybe, or the Reality Gem, maybe, or the Space Gem. It could come from one of those gems, and that's how we get the X-Men, or at least the mutants, because they already introduced well, here's the thing: MCU has already covered the X-Men angle of the MCU. It's the Inhumans through Agent of Shield. That's where they're going with that angle. It's still covered, but if as far as the X Men is concerned, that's why I went the Infinity Gems. Period. But yeah, like I said, they would people wouldn't like it, but I don't care at this point, and neither should Yao. Oh my goodness! Every time I try to scroll down, thinking I'm at the very bottom, it really like boom, just it explodes, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I still got more stuff to take. Neil Star. One of the biggest issues I have with modern day entertainment, too many wannabe activists and not enough creative talent. Well, there's the thing. They're just activists, faux activists. They're not real activists. Real activists are Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Susan B. Anthony. Those are real activists, not these social activists. Activists who have done things and changed the world through their own merit and their own know-how. Those are real activists. These are faux activists. They're not real activists anyways. Period. They're just hippie kids playing activism. That's what they are, hippie kids to me. And I call them kids. They're kids pretending to be activists, pretending to be revolutionaries. Even if they're adults, even if they're grown adults, they're children to me. That's what they are. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I'm going on a tangent. I have a lot to say about these activists. I really want to say that for a stream, but I'm not. I have to be in the right mind for those, especially if I want to talk about the black community. And I'm definitely planning on to talk about the black community as a whole on the stream itself, but I need to be in the right head for that one too, because there's a lot of things I want to say about the black community. And Leah Plus Size know me. She knows my wrath. She's seen it on display in many streams I visit when they did give me a when I have when my voice did come up in the stream, or at least you seen it in the comments too. So yeah. Okay, Neostar. The thing I don't get about making Falcon the new cat is his lack of super strength or augmentation. How will he be able to effectively use that shield? Exactly. Well, here's the thing, Neostar. One thing people don't really know much about Falcon is that he has body conditioning. For him to fly like that, the way that takes a lot of man that takes a lot of body built conditioning. So here's the thing about this is the same thing with Bucky. Even though he has that cyborg arm, he's still body conditioned. That's why he's able to go toe to toe with Captain America. Bucky does not have a super soldier serum. Yeah, Bucky does not have a super soldier serum, and yet somehow he can keep up with Captain America and compete because his body is conditioned that way to take on Captain America. Same thing with Sam. Sam is conditioned to ride the waves and the airways of the air in in the skies and stuff. That takes a lot of the G force he has to deal with to fly with that jetpack. He can wield that shield. He can wield that shield. It just doesn't make sense because he's flying all the same. It doesn't. It just the shield does not look right for him with his fighting style. Is what I'm saying. I like Lead Plus Size praise here. So I'm gonna get a little narcissistic. Thank you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're more creative than people in Hollywood now. Everybody in this stream, everybody in this comment section, everybody in the Facebook groups, everybody who's not these social progressives are way more creative than Hollywood right now. So you're majestic. You're majestic. You're majestic. Everybody in this and everywhere else that's not a social progressive, that are from humble beginnings and conservative thought process, and take into conservative philosophies and other philosophies that really resonate with us on personal growth, personal responsibility, is way more creative than the Hollywood hacks in the studios right now. So not only am I more creative than Hollywood, you are creative than Hollywood, more creative than Hollywood. Neostar is more creative. Brian is more creative. Everybody here is more creative than Hollywood. So not just me, everybody else. Everybody else, because we have an understanding of how a story works. We've grown up on good storytelling, and we have ran into bad storytelling and also decent storytelling too. But above all else, we've grown up on good storytelling. So everybody here is way more creative than Hollywood is. Is that a response to me of what I would use when I use War Machine as a solo movie? Yep, I agree. Again, with Leia Plus Size. I'm not picking favorites here, guys. I'm getting to your comments one by one. I I so agree with you about sound as a new cap. I agree 100%. Don't get me going on that. I can talk all night how mad at me. Why don't you let me? Why don't you? I'll send you a link if you want. We can talk about that. Or if you want, here's what I'm gonna do. If you guys want to be a guest speaker on WCR, it will be Spotlight. It's gonna be called Spotlight, and I'll have your screen name, and whenever you're ready, I'll send you a link, and we'll talk on stream here. Because I did mention that I want to have guests on Wolf Commander Rambles, definitely. So I'll do WCR Spotlight or Wolf Commander Spotlight, and boom, here we go. But I want to use this as a testing bed. All the same, like it's a chill stream, but I also want this to be a testing bed for you guys, so you guys can feel comfortable coming on and talk. Don't feel bad if you don't think if your voice, if you don't like hearing your voice or anything like that. Just talk, and you know, and I don't bite. The wolf might, but not me. What was that? I like Leah plus size, and everyone in the chats. I will not bite them. I bite social progressives and children that pretend to be adults. That's how wolves settle disputes with pups. Yes, wolf, go away now. Go back to bed. Brian Gilmartin. The tokenization of these characters are not progressive at all. It's basically saying that these people aren't good enough to have a hero of their own and need a hand-me-down. Exactly. And I'm definitely that's gonna be another talking point I'm gonna have in a actually, you know what? That's gonna be a talking point for this Thursday's topic. Archetypes, stereotypes, and mouthpieces. So be ready for Thursday, guys. I'm really gonna be ranting and raving about this whole we need more representation BS that they keep talking about. All right, Neo Star, let's tackle this one. Riri Williams Ironheart is not a weak character, but she's not even the best version of her own trope. DC already made Natasha Irons slash Steel 2, and Milestone Comics made Tiffany Evans Technique. Yep, yep. She's not original, but she's nothing new, but she still could be written better. Schooner Tuna. The image in my head aside, I agree with you about Falcon. He starts a series as an unlucky hero and then becomes his one in his own right. He should have stayed his own man. Exactly. How'd y'all like my whip sound? I like doing sound effects too, but how'd y'all like my whip sound effect? Did it sound disturbing? Did it get under your skin a bit? Schooner also. I'm I'm also big on Milestone's Rocket. She is so cool slash awesome, both in and out of her superhero role. Yep, I like Rocket too. They need to push for Rocket. Okay. Okay. Here we go, Brian. Here we go. What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? That's not my best Hulk Hogan impression. I tried though. I tried. Let plus size. I agree with your comments about how MCU is not honoring Stan Lee, and thank you about my comments at Study Hall. Exactly. Again, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, Brian Gilmar, he some more wrestling stuff. I like Taker, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock, Hulk Hogan. Also, Becky Lynch gave me the idea for one of my characters. Ooh. If you want to talk about, excuse me, if you want to talk about divas, favorite diva was God rest her soul, China. I did like Stacy Keebler because of one obvious reason. Trish was good. She was the right sex appeal for Trish Stratus. Top favorite will be China. Second will be Jack. Oof, Jacqueline. Definitely Jack. I love Jacqueline. Uh, Lita Hardy was cool. I didn't like how they did the soap opera drama with her though. That's the sad thing. Lita Hardy with the Hardy Boys. I didn't like that. I didn't like that soap opera drama that they did with her. That really tarnished her reputation as a. It didn't tarnish her as a person in real life, but it she barely recovered from that soap opera drama. But she's my third favorite because she's tomboy in all the right reasons. She's tomboyish in all the right reasons. That's why I like Lita Hardy. Uh, Another diva I liked. I'm liking You know who's shooing to be my top favorite now? What's her name? Asuka, I think her name. The Japanese woman, the Japanese wrestler that they added with the line across her face. She's my next shoe in to be my top. I like her. I haven't watched any wrestling with her, but I seen her in many clips. I like her. Ooh, I like her. Neil Star. A few months ago, they did a crossover between WWE and King of Fighters. Imagine Undertaker squaring up with Rugal or The Rock taking on Terry Bogart. Like, yeah. We talking about crossover still? I'm glad. Leia plus size. Preach it, Wolf. And continue to do so, dude. I'm just encouraging you, dude. I'm just encouraging you. Continue to do so. I'm encouraging you. Post it up, dude. Give everybody notice. He says I even have preview pages and promotional pics for Henshin Hero, Rights of Man already. Post them up, dude. I would like to see them. I would like to see where are you? If you follow me on Twitter, if you haven't, Dread Wolf Claw with my Wolf Tan persona parentheses, just type in Wolf Claw. You might find me in tweets maybe. I don't know how. I don't know why, but every time I try to look up myself and look up myself on Twitter, it never puts me on profile. It just puts in either people who have responded or retweeted my tweets for some reason. But you can find me through that. Just look for my name with the parentheses Wolf Tan Media. Uh, Look me up. DM me the art too if you like. If you don't want to tweet it, put it in DMs. I will definitely check them out and let. And bro, I want to see Riser Man, man. I really want to see Riser Man. You talk about Riser Man a lot, and I hear your passion about. I want to see Riser Man. Definitely, dude. Also, continue reading those indie comics, dude. Independent comics is the way to go so far. And I'm starting to lose you guys. You guys are fading for some reason. It's only like 2 hours, and already you guys are fading. Body conditioning. Damn, I completely overlooked that. Yep, a lot. It's easy for people to overlook that in a lot of non-powered superheroes like Falcon, Hawkeye, Green Arrow. Even they don't take into account of body conditioning unless you involve Batman. A lot of people are like, oh, he body conditioned. Like, yeah, but also so did Green Arrow and Hawkeye and Falcon. There's a lot of there for them to do what they do. There's a lot of body conditioning for them to be able to do what they do. I mean, Falcon. If you apply realism to Falcon's apparatus, his jetpack apparatus, imagine the G-force that you're taking to deal with the speed of the thrusters, the wingspan to be able to hold your arms out for a long time for that wingspan to keep that wingspan going, to turn and juke the way Falcon did in Winter Soldier, to be able to condition your mind to be able to bust that flip maneuver he did when the missiles coming after him in Winter Soldier. Think about that, the mental conditioning. Think about the mental conditioning in the heat of the moment, the firefights that he goes through. Think about the conditioning, like therapy has to go through, like almost being shot out of the air like that. Think about it like that. There's conditioning to it. You know, that's what I'm saying. People look at Falcon like all he got is that jetpack. No, he's got more than that. He's got pistols. He's got missiles. He's got a spy gadget now, a Red Wing. Red Wing. Well, taken to the comics also, he has a bird named Red Wing. He has a falcon named Red Wing. People forgot about that. I'm glad Civil War brought that up. It may not have been a real falcon, but at least it was something. You know, like people forget that he has an animal friend, and I don't understand why they don't have a Red Wing with Sam all the time. I thought people were against animal cruelty or always loving animal. People claim to be animal lovers and stuff, but they forget that Sam has a pet falcon that somehow survives throughout the years with this short lifespan, mind you. Sorry, my voice is cracking. Looks like I'm at the tail end finally. I will be checking, Neil Star. And if you are, like I said, DM me your designs. I will be checking right now. And let me follow you back as well. This has been quite the day, guys. I'm glad you guys showed up. I'm so glad I was at 11 watchers at this point until it downgraded to 6. But I'm actually I didn't think people were going to show up, but I'm glad that you did though. Not expected, unexpected, but welcome. That's why I love to say unexpected, but welcome. Always, always unexpected, but welcome. Excuse me. Why is always Twitter messing up whenever time I look up something? I like your Twitter handle too. And thanks for sharing this stream, Eloise. If you're still in the chat, thank you for sharing this stream. It's probably why I got a lot of people. You did a great job, dude. Good job on your part. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'll get back. I'll get back. uh, what did I miss? Schooner laying down some. I'm gonna read this real quick. From Schooner Tuna. Here's an idea. Only some mutants existed, but the Thanos snap upset the natural order in the MCU, and the mutants' numbers grew as nature's response to protect humanity from cosmic threats. Dude, I like that. Actually sounds that actually sounds better than my plan. Sounds a lot better than my plan, actually. Yep, yep. I like that. Good job, dude. Brian Gilmore on some wrestler talk. Oscar's Oscar's really cool. Her theme song's catchy too. I haven't heard her theme song, but yeah. Let plus size reassure me that she will be on Thursday. Yeah, I'll be talking about. There's a lot of things I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about uh, how to write, not necessarily token characters, but how to write. I know I said in Ishi's stream in demystifying the black man's burdens, but I'll give you a tip on how to write characters that are a different culture from yourself. Write them as they happen to be, not as they ought to be. What I mean by that is you write this character is the character's personality, their interests, their goals, their uh their ambitions. They just happen to be black. Race should come secondary or should not even be a factor in their life. You bring you can bring up race here and there, but don't let that be the talking point of the story. Just the always focus on writing the story and the character. But the character's race gender, whatever, that is not the topic, or that's not what defines the character. They just happen to be that race, that gender, that culture, that religion. That's just the icing on the cake. That's all that is, and that's what they're trying to write. They're feeding us icing. They're not feeding us a cake. They're feeding us icing. So that's why I'm definitely going to cover that on Thursday, because I think it's high time I need to talk about that. It's been on my mind for a long time, but it's high time I talk about that. Neil Star says, "Imagine Anthony Mackie learning to train Falcons for his role. I would pay to see that." Thank you, Scooter. I try to deliver, guys. I do my best. I do my best to deliver on these streams. Fun, learning, sometimes information if need be, but but more importantly, I try to make things fun for you guys to talk about. And Leia plus size. Good point on writing. You need to write them as a person first. The race should be last. I agree. Exactly. It should never. That's why. That's why. That's why. I'll give you an example of how you write a good black character in a story. I remember. I keep referencing Ishi stream that I was a part of, and I say that because it's a significant one because I mentioned this. I really mentioned this. Imagine, or at least not imagine. Remember back when in the olden days, like the '90s and way back when you see a black person in say a fantasy world, you didn't care about it. You didn't care enough to know to really question the black person being in say shows like Xena Warrior Princess or Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, or say for instance, or even like a mission in Castlevania, the Netflix Castlevania. It wasn't really that out of place because you can actually explain it in great detail how they got there. Like typh not typhus. The black Xena Xena's black Xena's two black lovers. The pirate, and he was wearing Roman armor. So I'm gonna say he was originally a gladiator, but now he's part of the Roman army. Him, they were not out of place in that world because A, one of them was a pirate. B, one of them people black people or any other race that was like convenient to Rome could end up in Rome. From your Greeks to your to your Egyptians or Nubian, as we like to call Africans, would not be that out of place in Rome because they were slaves. You dig? So I can imagine a black man leading a Roman legionnaire because you can infer that at some point he won the games, earned his citizenship. The Romans liked him so much that he earned citizenship and earned his way into being a general in the Roman army. Or somebody in the Roman army liked him so much or was a good friend to him, allowed him to be part of the Roman army. You can explain that. It's not really that much of a head tilter there. Same thing with Isaac from the new Isaac in Castlevania. You get to see a glimpse of his backstory. He was in a desert. At some point, he got well. We know he got free. He killed his master, escaped, ran into Dracula at some point, and he became Dracula's Devil Forge master. There's history there, and he wasn't there just for diversity's sake. Is what I'm saying. He didn't seem like that to me in that moment. He's a good character. He's a good written character. Same thing. Same thing with having a Black Star lead, or even TJ from Power Rangers. Nobody made a big deal. Nobody. TJ was the first Black Red Ranger before any more Black Ranger Black men played the role of a Red Ranger. I'm sorry, Red Ranger. He was the first, but never questioned it. But then again, Power Rangers was Power Rangers, so never cared. There were a lot of people tend to deride these characters to call them to go as far as to call them token. They're not token. That's not how tokenization works. Tokenization works only if they become a stereotype in fiction. If all they talk about is their blackness, that's a stereotype. That's a tokenization. Especially if they don't have no impact in the story, or they don't do anything else other than what they do for what they're there for. And the characters in Xena, TJ, or even VR Troopers, those are not tokens. Those are characters. Even yeah, let's go with JB. JB was in VR Troopers. He's not a token character. If you're gonna call that, then Caitlyn was a token character because apparently women are now a minority too for some reason. But those are not tokens. They're not. The Going on tangent again. Let me say that for Thursday's stream. But you guys get the point. You guys get what I'm saying. You guys got a taste of what I'm going to cover come Thursday. Basically, you guys got to give me some topics too, because I'm telling you guys right now, I'm exhausted of topics. I really am. I do have two more topics for next week. You know what I'm saying? Two more topics for next week. But after that, I'm still hurting for topics to talk about. I still need to keep up my momentum. I you see it scrolling across the banner. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday and Thursday. I gotta keep that going, guys. You guys gotta give me some topics to talk about. So far, I only got two. Oh, okay, Schooner Tuna. I think you guys are winding down a bit. I might have to end the stream soon. Or you guys are probably busy doing y'all Christmas decoration as y'all said earlier. Okay, let me talk Schooner Tuna. John Stewart in Justice League is another example of a character first and foremost. Exactly. Now here's the thing. He do make light mentions of racial not necessarily racial injustice, but racial disparities, like the Savage time where a U.S. soldier calls him boy, and he takes offense to that. You can understand why he takes offense to that. It's a white dude calling him boy, or or say for instance, that one episode where they visit that one they not visit, but they were in that one alter reality where John Stewart's favorite superheroes were, and one of his top favorite superheroes calls him son. He takes offense to that. But here's the thing about John Stewart. One thing I love about John Stewart, he don't stop the story to educate somebody about his blackness. He sucks it up because they have a mission. They have a mission to do, to complete. He's not. John Stewart is an adult man. Petty stuff like that ain't in his vocabulary. He is not going to stop the mission to address something that's like a petty thing. Half the time, they don't know that some people don't. He understands that some people don't know that's offensive to most people. So he's going to suck it up. He's going to suck it up and leave it be because, one, they have a mission to accomplish. He's a working man. Work comes first. And that's what I loved about that's what I love about Jon Stewart right there. And that's he's one of my favorite black role models. If I had to take a fictional black role model, he's one of my favorites because he he don't say much of what he had to deal with or what he knows what he had to deal with. He grew up in the from what he explained to Hawk Girl, he grew up in the 80s, I believe. Or at least he came home during the 80s. And we know what was going on with the 80s. The Cold War, the arms race, the whole end of the world situation, you know, with the nukes and everything. So he knows about some stuff. He also knows, for all I know, he probably went through some injustices in his time because remember, from what I got from what he was saying to Hot Girl, I inferred that he may have left the military around the 80s. He might have came home from the military during the 80s. So I'm pretty sure he went through some stuff during the 60s, 70s, all the way to the 80s. So he went through some stuff. But but he grew up, okay? He grew up. He manned up. So again, back to what I was saying. When it comes down to a mission, he's gonna man it up, suck it up, get the mission done. He don't care about that pay BS. All right. He ain't gonna stop somebody and say, "Hey, don't call me boy. Hey, I don't like how you call me son." No, he gonna grumble, but he gonna suck it up like, hey, we got a mission to do. I ain't for this pay nonsense. I'm above that. I'm more than that. I'm Green Lantern. I'm a superhero. I protect people. I help people. I'm an intergalactic police officer. I have the power to change, and I've already changed for the better. So that little stuff right there, that don't mean nothing to me. That's how I see it from John Stewart Green Lantern, and and thanks to him and many others like him, or many people in real life that takes that philosophy, is embedded into me now because that stuff means nothing to me. And this is the mantra I grew, no personal. This is the mantra I'm saying as of right now. I'm born a free man. I'm not born a slave. As I to say I'm better than the ancestors of slaves who were slaves. What I'm saying is, as of right now, I'm born a free man. I'm free to do whatever I want to. I'm free to get a job. I'm free to pursue my art career. I'm free to pursue studies and get knowledge. Nothing is holding me back. My chains are not on me. I have no chains. I was born without chains. I'm an untamed wolf. All right? That's how I see it. That's what I carry myself with. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all speechy. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are tearing up right now hearing that. I guess I guess you could say I'm an inspirational hero. Sorry, I'm a highlight your comments real quick. I didn't mean to go into that, but yeah. There's a fire in me, man. I hope you guys carry that fire with you. But Leia Plus Size has a good comment. That plotline with John and Hog Girl had me emotional, made me cry with their romance. Exactly. That's another thing I like, interracial romance too. I don't mind interracial romances. I don't care about interracial romances. We're free to do that now. I'm scared to see what the future holds. If the so progressives think about taking away interracial marriages and making them illegal, I'll tell you right now, I'm married to a Filipino wife, a black man married to a Filipino. If they take that away from me, we gotta get separated. No choice. We can fight it, and we'll still fight it. But if they get rid of interracial marriage in law, that means we'll be forced to we'll be forced divorced, and I don't want that. I do not want that. I told her that too. I'm like, if they take away that, we can't we can't stay married. Bottom line, because they see fit that I should be more with a black woman and she should be more with a Filipino woman or a Filipino man or whatever weird stuff they're thinking about. They probably want her with a Filipino woman too, and she don't like people who love the same sex. Not so much. I'm willing to allow that. That's her thought process. I'm not gonna question her on that. But other than that, that's what they would think. You know, that's what they would think. To, that they can control marriage now. And Leia plus us again. Mm. Here's one. Storm again. I do not like what they're doing with Storm. I do not like what they're doing with Storm. Storm is a powerful example for any person to aspire to. She's the second in command of the X-Men, but she's still a leader nonetheless. She may be second in command, but that still denotes leadership. Period. Sorry, I'm checking the notifications real quick in case you guys wanted me to bring you guys along to talk for a while. I mean, like I said, you don't have to be a long talk. If you guys want to chat with me directly to hear your voice, to chat with me directly, I guess I'll give up. I guess it's too soon for you guys. It's too soon. Oh, you know what? There's an impression I wanted to do real quick. Brian Gilmartin. Laser last command now. I love JB when he pulls out that weapon. Love it when he do that. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Oh, again, Leia plus size. Um, Thank you for that. From what I'm saying, you guys about John Stewart, take that with you as well for any character that you want to write for any different race, gender, whatever. You could throw in some minor grievances, but don't let that be the focal point. Show us the character getting over it, you know. Or if you do want to make it a talking point, I'll give you another example. Troc, the episode Troc from Teen Titans, the original, the whole thing where Starfire is being discriminated against by that one alien guy. That's a good example of the show too. Though I one thing that I tend to tilt my head on is Cyborg's choice of comforting her, his words of choice. I'm like, dude, you're a free man. But I think I know what he really meant is the fact that he's a cyborg now, you know? Like he sees himself as a Frankenstein's monster, not really the whole black issue on that regard. But that's how I interpret it. That's how I interpret it. But anybody can interpret it any other way. Neil Starr. Indeed, I was always more impressed with the spectacle of Power Rangers rather than who was playing what. Exactly. Check out my Power Rangers stream if you like. I talk more about that too. Slightly, not too much. Not too much. Neil Star again. I have to read this one. John Stewart and Flash were two of my favorite heroes in the Justice League cartoon. I knew it was going to be a fun episode when those two are paired up. Exactly. Exactly. Artificial with a impression. Excuse me. Now I'm free. There are no strings on me. See, you want to protect the world, but you don't want to change it. You're just puppets on strings. Yes, yes. What's that word? Please. Yes, I forgot. Uh, I love. I'm. I think I'm one of the few people who didn't mind Ultron's portrayal in Age of Ultron. I actually liked Ultron in Age of Ultron. I liked it. Uh, Thank you, Artificial. Well said, Wolf. Yeah, thank you. Leia plus size to Schooner. Yes, I did one of the Yes, I did. One of the best on the show really moved my heart because I felt they loved each other. Yep. Um, you know what? That's gonna be. Let me go ahead and put that on the topic list. Romance in stories. If y'all want to do that type of stream too, romance in stories, because that's another thing that's been getting on my nerves. Dysfunctional relationships in these stories that they keep writing. Everybody is in a dysfunctional, abusive, not physically, psychologically, mentally, and emotional abusive relationships, or at least people who are quote unquote the good characters in these stories have these very terrible abusive tendencies. So I'm definitely going to make that a topic too for the future WCR show episodes or whatever. Thank you for that, Leia Plus Size. You inadvertently gave me another topic to talk about too. So thank you for that. Uh, hate when every time I try to scroll down, it just goes right at the bottom and I get lost. So let me correct myself. Neil Star. Intersectionality is just a pretty way to say segregation. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make that a talking point one day. One day, I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but I need to address that too. Sometimes I tend to try to make these streams like the fun streams, but I also would like to try to and try to do a little bit more intelligent talks, if you will, or at least hear my thought process of how I see in these things now. Lead plus. I'm not picking favorites, guys. I'm just going through your stuff down, down, down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going down. I'm not picking favorites. So if I'm over picking somebody, it's not because I'm picking favorites here. I'm going down as accordingly. I might skip a few by accident. So if I didn't read your comment, I'm sorry. Repost your comment, the one that you want me to highlight to talk about. Leia plus size. Oh, I agree. The only storm I like is the '90s cartoon storm. In live action, they have not done a good storm. I love '90s storm too. All the same, I love Evolution Storm. Oh my goodness, Evolution Storm is badass too. Both versions of Storm from Evolution to from '90s and Evolution are both badass. Rewatch. I encourage you guys rewatch X-Men Evolution. You might have a different perspective on it, and I've been rewatching it thus far because I'm also gonna be doing a season by season review of X-Men Evolution, guys. So be ready for that too. And that's 4 seasons, by the way. So one stream per season. And I'm gonna tell you why I like Evolution Storm. She's badass. It happens, Neil Star. It happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. Artificial joint. Now I'm thinking about Captain Benjamin Sisko from D6. Again, harkening back to what I said about in Ishi's stream about demystifying the black man's burn. I never cared about the fact that Benjamin Sisko was black. I cared about him being a leader. Because here's the thing, it's the same reason why I like TJ in Power Rangers because he was a leader, and I was growing up, and now more than ever, growing up, I was more fascinated by the leader in stories. You know what I'm saying? So any show that had a leader to it, I gravitated towards. Imagine me liking Buffy not only because she's a good fighter, but at the same time, she was a leader. Imagine me liking Jane Way in Star Trek Voyager because she was a leader. Now she's a flawed leader if you taking the flawed writing in Voyager. You know what I'm saying? If you take the flawed writing in Voyager, She's a flawed leader, but she's a leader. I liked her because she was a leader. So sometimes I like them by the. It's a combination of me liking them by default because they're the leader, but at the same time, when I watch the show more and more, I get to like their character. So Cisco wins by default. Period. John Luke Picard and Kirk, but I like Kirk. I like Picard. If I choose Kirk or Picard, Picard definitely. But when it comes down to Cisco, I liked him because of his no nonsense attitude and his sometimes he's willing to bend some rules to get something done. So he can be morally compromised sometimes, and also he can be a bit more ups. He could be he ain't gonna take your crap. Is what I'm saying. He ain't gonna take your crap. He punched Q, guys. He's famous for punching Q. The audacity. So I love a leader that's willing to get his hands dirty too, willing to, but not make a habit of it. But he's willing to do it for not necessarily the greater good, but like on the grounds of it had to be done, and he's willing to weigh hold the weight of of that choice alone. He's bearing the burden of that choice. So that's what I love about Cisco. Uh, Thank you, Leia Plus Size. I'll have you on here to talk about it too if you like, but I don't want to put you on the spot like that. Any one of you guys, we could talk about that too. But I mean, if you want to be there to talk about like 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes or at least, you can just hop in, leave, talk, and hop in, talk, leave. That's it. You don't necessarily have to be there for an hour or 2 hours, but you know, contact me, guys. Please contact me. That's what I'm saying. Neil Star. Romance will be a helpful topic of discussion. Lord knows I've been pretty split on my ability to write romance subplots. Yep, I'm definitely going to talk about that. Not necessarily next week, but the week after. Next week, next Thursday will be the art stream, another art stream. We'll talk about art next Thursday. I hope you guys are up for that one. And I believe next Tuesday. Oh yeah. Oh, let you guys know next Tuesday is a very, very, very important stream. Something I need to really, really, really talk about, and it concerns a few things. There are certain things I'm gonna bring up briefly, but it's something I've definitely been wanting to say. Now that we're in the final month of this year, it's an important message I want to give out to everybody. I don't know how I'm gonna run that stream for a while. It might be a short stream, guys. It might be a short stream, but I'm definitely gonna be doing that. It's a very important stream. It's titled "We Need to Live Together," quoting the quoting Sly and the Family Stone. By the way, we need to live together. Schooner, I think I read your stuff. No, no, no. Here's an idea for a topic: leadership. I already did that, dude. I already did leadership. Check it out, Schooner. It's on my channel. I did a stream about leadership. Thank you though. Thank you though. But yeah, Brian, you were there. I think you were there. I did a stream on leadership. And I think I covered adversity too in the. I think I'm not sure, but well, yeah, Schooner did give another topic. Rivals, rivalry in story. Definitely want to talk about that. Here's a tip: don't put a love triangle in a rival situation. That's stupid. Here's a tip for you guys for I'll give you a quick tip for rivalry. Do not put a love triangle in the mix of a rivalry. Do not. In other words, do not Sasuke Naruto Sakura. Do not Bella Edward and Jacob in a rivalry. Unless you want it to be the focal point of that story, go ahead. But if you're doing an action story and you put it in rivalry, do not put a love triangle in the mix. It just I I let it go when it came to Thundercats because it wasn't really it wasn't really the focal point of the story. It was like a side arc, and they handled it well. They handled it really well. But only do that when you feel like you're ready to write it good. Make it. What the reason why I say don't do it is because sometimes you run to the soap opera drama aspect of it. That's why it's too when every time they do the love triangle and a rivalry, they tend to soap opera drama it. Too much so be careful with that. And you guys know what soap opera drama is. I was more of an Ashley person, Neil, but hey, I can't fault a man for liking Cassie, but I was more of an Ashley person. But that's only again going back to with the Red Rangers being leaders. I was like the tomboys, and the Yellow Ranger was always relegated to being tomboy. So any character was any female who was the Red Ranger, the Yellow Ranger. I instantly liked because tomboy. Duh. Though heart still goes out to Trini and rests her soul to E-Train. Rest her soul. Um, I'll tell you my favorites though. Maya. Ooh, Maya from Lost Galaxy. Oh my goodness. Jungle Girl get up. Yellow Ranger Tomboy had the best looking Zord out of all of the Zords. A wolf. A yellow wolf. I think it was. I'm not sure. I think it was a jackal or a wolf. The alien, the giant alien kaiju Zord thing. But man, oh man, Maya. Whew. Mm-mm. Sorry, I don't mean to gush. I did like Kendricks though. I did like Kendricks, but man, it was all about It was always about Maya, and I like their dynamic too. When they were roommates, I like I love their dynamic. They shared a cabin together. I really did like their their dynamic was really nice. Um, Another Yellow Ranger I liked was Taylor from Wild Force. Whoo wee! That woman can punch me in my gut any day of the week. She can punch me in my gut, and I love her for it. I also like that little mini romance that she was having with Eric, who was another Yellow Ranger I liked. That was female. Ooh, um, what was her name? Z from SPD. I liked Z. Z was cool. I don't remember what much of what she did in SPD, but I liked Z. Z was cool. Actually, no. Here's what I loved about Z. Z was that aspirational. No, she was that not aspirational. She was the impressionable hero, where she was inspired to do good thanks to Doggy Kruger. I am sorry, Brian threw a comment and I got distracted there. I liked Z's backstory, the fact that she was young and impressioned, and she was saved by Doggy Kruger by criminals, and she was inspired through him to be she was inspired to join to do good basically, and through doing good, she joined SPD, and it's all because of Doggy Kruger. And that's what I loved about Z. And she stayed with SPD exactly. She did stay with SPD, even though her best friend, I believe his name was Jace. I think his name was Jace or Chase. He did not want to stay with SPD. He ended up helping people on the street level, and that's what he wanted. He wasn't he and put it like this, guys. Um, Chase was the Red Ranger leader of SPD, but it was actually the Blue Ranger who was the leader, the true leader, and he ended up becoming Red Ranger at the end of SPD. They foreshadowed it too, but again, at the end, he left, and the Blue Ranger became the Red Ranger. Spoilers of SPD, but SPD is old now. I can spoil it. But back to Z. I love Z for that matter. Z was like that very there's a name for it, but I call her the impressionable hero, the one that called to action because they were inspired to go. I agree, Neil Star. I agree. It's on Netflix if you got it. It's on Netflix. Uh, oh yeah. Brian. How about Kira from Down There? I didn't really like her that much. She was cool, but um, I will say this. Here's one thing I loved about Dino Thunder. The Rangers, I resonate with the Rangers a lot more because they were the artistic Rangers, as I call them. They were very artistic Rangers. You had Ethan, who was the computer tech expert. He was a game designer in that show. The Blue Ranger. He was a game developer. He was a game developer. Kira, she's an artist too through music. Whereas I think his name was what was the Red Ranger's name again? Corey? It wasn't Corey. It couldn't be Corey. Was it Corey? The Red Ranger there, he's the only sports member of the group. The only sports member. He plays soccer. But there's some art to soccer too. Trent, the Sixth Ranger for Dino Thunder, I resonate with him because he's an artist. He can paint and he can draw. And I was like, oh man, I guess you could say I quote unquote identified with Trent because of the art abilities. Like that really resonated with me so much. But again, like that, I like the Dino Thunder Rangers. Don't get me wrong. And the only reason why I connected with them is because of the art aspect to them. I was like, oh, they're artists, despite their occupations. They're artists. I like it. That's a first in Power Rangers history, where where the original Power Rangers were kind of like up and coming teens that were graduating and getting ready for adulthood, all the way up to the Zordon era with in space and stuff like that. You rarely had anybody who had an artist streak. Like Cassie, I still call her an artist too because she's art through music. I don't know what Ashley wanted to do, let alone TJ. I think TJ wanted to be a oh no, TJ was playing baseball. He wanted to be a sport. He got into sports too. Uh, I think Ashley wanted to be a gardener. She wanted to grow plants, I believe. And there's some art to that too. I think she wants to be she had a green thumb last time I checked. I'm hoping you guys are taking this in because I know a lot about these shows that you guys probably didn't see. I'm just saying. Of course, everybody in Lost Galaxy, they were working, man. They worked on the Terra Venture. Everybody had a function in the role. Period. Like Leo and Mike, they were Mike, of course, worked on the bridge. He was high ranking. Leo, I guess he worked somewhere in the Terra Venture. Kendra's was science. Maya was. I'm gonna say Maya was linguistic. She was a linguist. That's what her function was. Kai was more of a. I would say Kai would have been a. I think he's technology. He was a engineer. I think that's what he was, engineering. And Devin, despite being a janitor at the Astro ship museum, he was a pilot. He was now a pilot. Even oh okay, you're right. You're right. Ashley did want to be a fashion designer, so technically she's still an artist. But it was, like I said, few far between when it came to occupations within the Power Rangers of each season. And of course, Lightspeed, everybody worked. Everybody had a job position. They were a rescue team. You had Connor, I would say my top favorite Red Ranger. Connor, a firefighter. Uh, what's her name? Casey, I think her name was. The Yellow Ranger. She was a mountain climber, but I think she's supposed to be. I think her occupation in Lightspeed was supposed to be geology. I think so, geography, something like that. The daughter was of course a medical specialist. I forgot her name. I forgot all their names. Of course, we had the black man as the pilot. He was still a pilot, Air Force pilot. Like I said, janitors. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna unite with you on that one. I'm gonna vibe with you on that one. You start janitors represented. Janitors represent. Yep, exactly, exactly. We got the brother as a janitor, and he had some respect, man. Put some respect in his name. Devin was best janitor of the Power Rangers community. Dang it, not kidding. I'm kidding. I know I'm gonna continue, but I'm gonna highlight Schooner Tuna. What about what advice can you give to writers about redemption? That's what you're talking about. Villains turning good, redemption. I'm gonna make. You know what, guys? I'm gonna make that as a another topic. Redemption arcs or redemption in stories. But I will give you advice right now. Um, it's redemption arcs for villains going to being heroes. That's a hero's journey in itself. So if you have a good grasp at what the hero's journey is when it comes to the hero, now you have a hero's journey. You have the bone structure from the hero's journey for the hero to set up for a sort of reverse angle for the villain that's becoming a hero again. So I will give you one example to look up. Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. That is the hero's journey for the villain redeeming himself to be the good guy. That right there. The pratfalls, the trials that they go through, the people who they surround themselves to make that change, the struggle to make that change is the build up to giving the villain the redemption. And it's only good if you either do it once or twice. You can't keep redeeming your villains. Some villains got to go down. Some villains got to go down, guys. Just remember that you can't always have all your villains get redeemed. That's the biggest issue with Steven Universe and any other films and TV shows. Villains get redeemed for some reason. No, a villain needs to be slain sometimes. Sometimes. Um, Ain't nothing wrong with liking Turbo and Ninja Storm. They get a bad rep for a lot of things, but don't feel bad for liking them. I will tell you this. I will say this. There's some things I liked in Mystic Force, and that's my most hated one. I did not like Mystic Force at all, and I will say, well, actually, there's nothing redeeming over Operation Overdrive at all. Nothing redeeming Operation Overdrive at all. I'm sorry. I can't really say anything good about Operation Overdrive, but nothing wrong with liking Turbo and Ninja Storm. Nothing wrong with that. It's gonna throw a bombshell on me. What is your favorite piece of artwork, whether it be from a painting, sculpture, etc., to comic book art? So I'll name you my favorite artists. Two of my favorite artists, as far as painting's concerned, um, Frank Frazetta and Boris Vallejo. And the reason why I like those because they influence. If you guys see my art here and there, I wear my influences on my sleeve. A lot of the poses I choose for, or at least the way I design the bodies, are direct influence from Boris Vallejo and Frank Frazetta. So, as far as favorite artwork of theirs, from Frank Frazetta is the Death Dealer and the and Thor with his sleigh pulled by polar bears. Those are two of my favorites of Frank Frazetta. Look him up. Look up Frank Frazetta, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The polar bear one is my top favorite though. Between that one and Death Dealer, that is that right there. You can you can never take your eyes off off that painting. It's such a wonder to behold. It makes you wonder how long or how many days it took for him to paint that painting, or how many hours it took for him to paint that painting. Considering that he was a child prodigy. He's a child prodigy. Boris Vallejo, as far as art concerned, my favorite art pieces is mostly his I would say some of his John Carter no, I don't think he did John Carter pictures. Did he? I think he did. I do like his X-Men paintings though. My favorite being his Colossus one and his Rogue painting. Sculptures, David, the no, Apollo. Was it the Statue of Apollo? Apollo. Still love that. And I think it's a statue. No, I think it's a statue of David. I think it is. Y'all correct me in the comments. You know what statue I'm talking about. You know what statue I'm talking about. Um, definitely definitely anything depicting Mother Mary. Can't pronounce that word. The statue of Mary, the statue of Jesus in Brazil. That statue of Jesus. That's one of my favorite sculpts. Um, what's another good sculpt? I will believe it would be ooh you know what I will tell you my favorite sculptor as of right now, Dr. Garuda on YouTube. Look him up. Dr. Garuda. He does some really good sculptures. He recently did Star Platinum and Jotaro recently. I'm gonna type his name up real quick. Dr. Garuda. Definitely look him up for if you want to look at sculpts. Um, I like Man at Arms for forging. I tend to watch forging videos too. Man at Arms, and there's also Michael Cthulhu to check out his forges. They forge like famous exactly like this too, guys. You know I spell Cthulhu. I probably spelled that wrong, but Michael Cthulhu and Man at Arms are my favorite forges right now, and they have another YouTube channel that's called That Works, which some of the others from the Baltimore Smith and Company, the Stagmar Smith Company, Baltimore, have branched out to a few of the members have branched out to do that too. So check those out for forging forge videos. For my favorite artists on YouTube, there is Sketchy Trav. I learned some stuff I learned from him. Sketchy Trav. He does some really good work. He does some really good tutorials. There's also Mike. Was it Mike or Mark? I think it's Mark. Mark. Yep. There's Mark Crilly. I also learned from him. He does a lot of good tutorial videos. Very good. If you guys really want to look at anatomy, how to draw hands, how to draw faces, how to position eyes properly, look him up. Definitely look him up. He does some really good stuff on how to draw. His style may be a bit weird to some, but he does some really good stuff. So check out Mark Crilly. Um, Painting wise, Artful. I love Emily Artful's very down to earth videos. She's a good artist too. She, the way how she paints is very interesting. I love the way how she paints. But Emily Artful is a good artist that you can check out on YouTube for painting. I don't think she does any. She has done a few step by steps of how she does her paint techniques. They're not, but by no means they're tutorials though. But she does do some really good. She also does some story times too when she does art online too on her YouTube vids. She does some good story times too. Um, who's in the? I'm actually giving you supplying you guys some stuff as of right now. That's crazy. But who else is a good person to check out art wise? Now story wise, I don't know other than Ishii, the professor, but anybody else who talks about story and writing, don't know them yet. I'll let you guys know next stream if I ever come across somebody like that. But let me move. Let me keep going. Comic book artwork. Uh, Frank Cho is one of them, and I forgot his name. He's done some good Batman artwork. Bruce Timm, of course, and I like Jim Lee's work, but it's decent. It's not because of the artist's politics, but I just don't. Some anatomy choices is questioning. Marcus Toe definitely, but he's rarely. I can never tell you what books to pursue to see his artwork. Marcus Toe, but there's also of course uh, Jack Kirby. Can never go wrong with Jack Kirby. Love Jack Kirby's work. There's some other person there's another artist that did some really good anatomy work. Really good anatomy. And that's only because he did actually he did. I have yet to read his Broly's Ghost series. I want to though. I definitely want to. But yeah, he's good. Like a lot of stuff that I learned from him. Especially and same thing with Sketchy Trav. Definitely check out Sketchy Trav. I like Schooner Tuna's line here. Even if it's the worst job in the world, you add space in the title, it makes it fun. Yep. Neil Star. Last Rescue was actually pretty brilliant. The Power Rangers weren't just crime fighters, they were an emergency response and disaster relief unit. That's why they're called Light Speed Rescue. I like Brian Gilmore's line here. At the very least, villains must be brought to justice. They have to pay for their crimes. That's one thing I loved about Legend Korra season 4 at least. Kuvira went to jail in the end. Regardless of her being sorry and realizing the error of her race, she still went to jail. She still went to jail. And she said, I'm willing to accept any punishment you give me. So she was humbled. but she still had to go. She still had to pay for her crimes. And that's what I loved about her. It's like nah, we're gonna let you off on a hook. No, she still went to jail. Schooner Tuner again. I agree with the villains thing. Some need to die. There's always needs to be an elemental villain that must be destroyed, and fallen villain dying to show the tragedy of their downfall. Yep, if you take away that, then you take away consequence. Children need to learn consequence. But you know what? I think that's where we will. Think so. You know what? I think that's where we will stop at right now because you guys are fading again. I only got four people in here. I might as well stop the stream now. I ended on this one. Um, if anything, guys, you can find my scheduling in the Professor Geeks group. Uh, use that as the backdrop to offer any topics to talk about. Please, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to mute guys. I didn't want background noise catching. But again, thank you guys for joining me tonight for the fun stream tonight, this afternoon for the fun stream. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. You guys gotta prepare to go to any other streams that comes after my stream, and I will definitely highlight like plus sizes comment here. I do have to make dinner for now, but I enjoyed the stream. What fun I had and great discussion with everyone. I'm so glad you guys took to this stream and took to what I had to say, and hopefully next time you guys can be a guest speaker on this stream series. Hopefully. So I'm pretty sure Catholic Bible Geek has something Lion Witch in the Wardrobe book study tonight for from Catholic Bible Geek. If you haven't subscribe to him, please hit that bell button so you can keep going to the book studies. I think Sound Engraver is along with them too for that one, or Big Al. Tomorrow will be Songs with Birdman with Daniel Heron and H. Boomer. I don't know what they're doing tomorrow, if they're doing anything tomorrow. Hopefully, Green Lion Girl is having a game stream tomorrow. If any, Thursday will be me again, and again, like I said, the topic for that stream will be archetypes, stereotypes, and mouthpieces. So definitely be on the lookout for that. You know the usual time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Later that day, I believe there will be a rewatch or a discussion stream, either from Catholic Bible Geek, Big Al, or the Pacellis. Friday will be something Fan might be cooking up. Then maybe later Al or Troy or somebody will have some stream, some rewatch going on Friday. I don't know. I can't keep up. Even if Troy has the calendar ready, I cannot keep up with this stuff. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm predicting is happening on those days. Saturday, Professor Geek is doing a rewatch after all the hiatus. He's finally doing a rewatch. I don't know what movie it is, but be on the lookout for the Professor's stream. I think it is. I think it's a Christmas. I think it's a Christmas themed. Everybody's doing a Christmas themed stream, but I think it's a Christmas themed movie. Sunday will again until further notice. We'll see what will be happening with the Yeah, I agree with you, Schooner, but you know you have to flip a coin, pick and choose, and you're not a bad person for not attending. Don't feel bad if you don't attend. All right. Same thing with you, Liv Plus. I know you would have wanted to join me and Owen Lister and the Immaculate Travis Scribe Ivan Mendoza for our Blade rewatch, but it's fine if you went to study hall. N- no complaints there, and don't feel bad for not showing up. Always always watch the backwash if you like. That's what we're here for, providing content for you guys. So if when we do bring up a rewatch or a we watch, you know, come over if you like, or just continue going to stay hall. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Don't feel bad, guys. Do not feel bad if you don't show up to anybody else's stream. Just do everybody a favor, like they've been telling you guys all the time. Watch the backwash or just click on the video, hit the like, get that algorithm going. That's you showing your support on your front for them. So don't feel bad. Just show your support there. Let me continue on. But usually Sunday, Stay Hall, Age Boomer with Troy Pacelli, and whatever it is they're talking about on the news for Geekdom. Later on will be a rewatch with me and Mr. Matchstick on his channel, me being the co-host. Last Yesterday we did Man of Tomorrow, which I actually enjoyed. Surprisingly, I really thought I wasn't really gonna I really thought I wasn't gonna like that movie, but surprisingly I actually did pretty good. So check that one out. We did Man of Tomorrow. Um, Monday will be Sound Engraver's Monday Night Muse. Oh hey there, Sound Engraver, where she talks about really good topics. Please go over there and check her out. Listen to what she has to say. She's a great teacher and a great mentor, all the same. So check out Monday Night Muse with Sound Engraver. And of course, next week we start all over again. So this has been your werewolf, your wolf commander, Wolf Tent Media, signing you guys out. You guys have a lovely holiday, by the way. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody. As always, love you. And survive, guys. Well, I'm, that sounds morbid. Uh, do what you guys gotta do. That's what I'm saying. Do what you guys gotta do to achieve your happiness, to achieve your successes, to achieve some success in life, on your life journey, on your life goals. Try your best to achieve the goals that you want. Cherish the people that actually support you, that are willing to support you, to encourage you. Keep looking to the aspirational heroes, the inspirational heroes, always. Even if you have to go back to nostalgia, even if you have to go back to nostalgia and reread old comics that really made you feel great from reading them, like Death of Superman, maybe. One for example, or watch shows that really made you feel really good from the '90s to the '80s to even the early aughts, where things kind of got a little bit crazy, a little bit edgy here and there, but they still had some good morals to talk about in those movies or shows. So and of course, talk to that one person that make that talk to that person that you haven't talked to in a while, that you come out, you both come out for the better after you have that conversation. Not you just the only one that's coming out for the better. Both of you guys came out for the better for that conversation. So like I said, that's my message for you guys. Take that with you to infinity and beyond, and all that good jazz. So again, Wolf Wolf 10. This has been another Wolf Command Rambles, and signing out now. I'm leaving now. Ow!